Not funny.
What up, fellas? Salute. Yeah, that's Usyk.
Not funny.
Hey, what's up, fellas? That's a bad sign for Fury, man. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks fun. It is. That's the bad part. That's why it's bad for Fury. This is skullduggery, man. This is psychological warfare. Putting videos like this out so your opponent sees you're like partying, Usyk's version of partying, having a blast in the build up for the fight. No nerves, just enjoyment, waiting for the moment. And obviously, he's staying in shape, staying loose. But yeah, man, seeing him that happy, excited. He's loose, enjoying himself. That's a dangerous opponent. What's the music called? I have no clue. Probably some Eastern Euro techno. Eastern Euro techno. Looking leaner. Yeah, we'll check out the he got a little meat on him, but he's loose. I got the Usyk fight week shit pulled up.
It's the glamour division of boxing, and these guys are not letting go. It's the glamour division of boxing, and these guys are not letting go. It's the glamour division of boxing, and these guys are not letting go.
It's the glamour division of boxing. Boom! And that's why. That's why. It's the glamour. That was perfect timing, wasn't it? Glamour division of boxing. Boom!
It's the glamour division of boxing, and these guys are not letting go. Fury's in trouble. The big fella, the Gypsy King. It's Ronald. He's stumbling into the ring. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? The referee might stop it. Whoa! Fury.
Usyk could have nailed him there. Usyk definitely held back in that moment right there. But they were just talking about the Gypsy King. The Gypsies. I was just reading a report from Texas. There's a bunch of Irish Gypsy travelers that came from Europe to Texas, and they're running all of their scams. All their scams. They're taking over neighborhoods. Yeah, I was reading like there was a post, and then all the locals were putting their stories down. It's in my Twitter somewhere, but right now I'm on this. Let's catch up on some of these comments here. How's everyone doing? That's like someone saying what kind of music. Quag said that's like drungle, jungle, or drum and bass. Fury is screwed, in other words. Possibly. I mean, he's a big man. I mean, it's the heavyweight division. It's the glamour division, right? That's for a reason. He's in the fight. Headache music. Fury can move as well. I get why Usyk does this. When you're in a good, loose mood, you move very swiftly, twitchy. Absolutely. That's exactly why. Yeah, he's getting in the zone. He's literally getting in flow state. You know, like they say flow state, that's what he is doing, getting in the zone, getting in flow state. He's getting full body coordination, using his whole body. That's why he's doing all these weird movements too. Just he's zoning out, man. Getting in flow state, getting in the zone. And he's training his body, to consistently get into it and how to like easily access flow state. I do this all the time, warming up before when I go to the gym. That's how I warm up. Is literally kind of just dancing around, half shadow boxing, half dancing around, getting loose, figuring out all your balance, your coordination, getting yourself kind of in flow state. Not maybe to that extreme, but that's what's happening. Usyk should bust out some of those moves mid combo. Yeah, you would think he would, right? But that's not his steez. He's not into the braggadocious, styling on him. Styling on him. Yeah, I agree, Jesus. Fury has to use his jab, keep his hands up, move around, and try to walk. I wouldn't go straight at Usyk. That's bad to me because he drops his hands or he's just a huge target. I'd stay on the back foot and try to walk Usyk onto the big uppercuts, the big clubbing hooks. An uppercut, left hook, boom, boom. That's what Fury's gonna do. That's what he has to do. People say Usyk doesn't hit hard, but listen to the thud on those shots. He's not a snappy puncher, but he has some power. Yeah, it's when he wants to put power onto his shots too, when he really puts that extra torque on them to get that thud. Yeah. Dude, you saw a family with one of those big Tesla cars. What, the Tesla trucks? The one that got stuck in the inch of snow that we played yesterday. A Tesla truck was stuck in an inch of snow. It couldn't go anywhere. The guy was recording it from outside. It was outside of his apartment. It was pretty funny. Yeah, okay. One of them monstrosities. Yeah, it's more a Tiafimo thing. I remember Zab Judah. We were talking about Zab and Corey yesterday. Corey Spinks. I remember when Zab in the rematch with Corey chinned him. Corey was on Bambi legs, and he had that like St. Louis jiggle dance where he jiggle his shoulders and get low right in front of you. That was like Corey Spinks's St. Louis dance. He'd do it on the ring walk and shit like that. So as soon as Zab hit him and Corey's legs got a little wobbly, Zab fucking did Corey Spinks's dance right in front of him. Said boom, 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 and then gunned a 1-2, but he missed. He missed. He shouldn't have done it, you know? He shouldn't have done it. He should have had his hands up and just bing, pow, fight would have been over. But instead, he missed, and it gave Corey a little time to recover. I think he still got dropped, though. Every time someone gets one of them Tesla trucks, it becomes their personality. I think that's why someone gets a Tesla truck, right? Right, because they have no personality. That's probably why they get it in the first place. Honestly. No, I'm not trying to shit on you if you got one or anything. I'm just saying. I think that is a big population of the people who buy them. And a lot of like just vehicles or whatever. There's a lot of accessories people buy and use it as a personality. There's people who their whole personality is they're a cigar connoisseur. You know what I mean? Their whole personality is cigars. I'm a cigar guy, right? Or I'm a whiskey guy. That's my whole personality, whiskey. I got 98 bottles of whiskey. Yeah, this was also embarrassing. Making him autograph a picture of himself getting the fuck out. Basically. That was pretty funny. Hey, can you sign this picture of me punching you in the face? Okay, so I guess this is Usyk. Yeah, I saw this picture. This is them both recently. Like from yesterday. I think yesterday or the day before. I mean, I don't know, man. Fury looks in really good shape as well. He's solid. You know, he's Fury. You know, he is what he is. He got a little fluff, but he's pretty damn solid. You can see some veins. He's pretty vascular there. He looks pretty solid. That's that Nandrolone, right? It's like, no, I'm just fucking talking shit. Usyk got one hand up, so you know, you can only kind of. Usyk got that swimmer's build. Fury got that wild caveman Viking build. Straight up. Oh, shit. Tesla trucks are gay Hummers. Dude, what the fuck? Tesla trucks are gay Hummers. They definitely are. They definitely are. That's the other thing. If you got the kind of money to spend like 200 G's, 220 grand or whatever on a fucking Tesla truck, why don't you just go spend 100 grand on an actual Hummer, not an H2, an actual Hummer, like a fucking get it all blacked out. Oh man, it'd be hard as shit. And you got $100,000 extra to use for gas, for the foreseeable future, and it's still a much better vehicle. You ain't gonna get stuck in a fucking inch of snow. I'll tell you that. You ain't gonna get stuck in an inch of snow, and it's half price. You can probably get one for less. Probably get one for like 85 right now. I'd spend the extra and go for like 100 something, 120. Better quality. So 100% Tesla truck is complete shite. People who want attention and are cornballs. Yeah, I heard there was a comment like, when you see this in your neighborhood, a Tesla truck, they go, oh, you found out who the biggest asshole in your neighborhood is. The biggest jackass. Oh, there's King Jackass from fucking Pittsburgh here. King Jackass from the neighborhood right here. Here he goes. It's like fucking walking down the street with a red nose. Big clown nose right on your fucking face. Just cigar people were weird. I went to a cigar night at church and everyone that was being smug about their cigars ended up talking about how their wife doesn't love or respect them. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's why, oh my God. That's why they have the cigar club. They go to the fucking, that's their man cave. She'll let them, yeah, when her fucking boyfriend comes over, they gotta go smoke a stogie. What the fuck? Chill. Oh, man. A Carney strongman build. Yeah, he does that. He's what the fucking Vikings look like, man. For real, for real. Just like that. The beard and all. They would have long hair on top, though. But yeah. Yeah, this dude just comes out of the fucking shed. They want the clout, bro. Most people who own Tesla trucks are all about with the latest fad for attention. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's how, and yeah, it's like they're going to be the ones. Yeah, you know what it is. That's what it is. Same ones with the latest hype beast shit. Shout out BDA. Dude, I can't stop thinking about that damn stream. That shit was traumatizing to me. BDA, I feel like her dog, her little dog that was beside her. I feel like him after watching that shit. Oh, they weigh a ton. Those Tesla trucks are heavy as shit. They might. We should look it up. They might be heavier than a Humvee. The cigar culture is to talk about watches and cufflinks. I'll go to them places. You can play a good game of cards there. Oh, some pool games. You smoke a good cigar. I go get a good cigar. They're fine. But no, you'll see these. There's the guys who take it out of control, though. Cigar club guys hate when people don't have green tea. Usyk is gonna wreck this guy again. So we got so far. I don't know how many people partook in the poll. If you can hit the like, though, hit the like, please. But if you didn't take part in the poll, take part in that too. I want to see what the overall consensus is around here. It's the bulletproof paneling that makes them so heavy. Is it actually bulletproof paneling though, or is it just the steel that they use? Because they use some pretty hard, some pretty heavy steel. It's cheap. They don't put any craftsmanship into any of it. So the door, the fenders, any of the pieces of steel that they're cutting for the body, it's just a cut. Like they just sear it with a fucking saw and put it on. They don't, buff out the edges or smooth it, make it round. It's sharp. People have cut the shit out of themselves just running their hand down it because it's just straight a machine saw right in half. The edge is sharp as hell. It's sharp. They don't even take a fucking sander to it. Yeah, you can definitely get cut. But that's like that's a standout to me in terms of, well, then what kind of craftsmanship are you even putting into this? Because if I'm spending that kind of money on a car or a vehicle of any type, it ain't because it's a fucking EV. It ain't going to be because it's a fad or the future I envision or some shit. It's going to be fucking quality. Is it going to last? Is it durable? Is it quality? It's all cheap shit. It's all fucking like dollar store Chinese fucking plastic knobs, like a Malibu or a fucking Ford Focus, plastic everywhere inside. It's like, what the fuck? What am I paying for? What are you paying for? Does the battery cost $180,000? If it does, that's fucking ridiculous. Then we should never do this. We should stop this right now. Then, if this battery is like 200 grand. Because the rest of the materials are not expensive at all. Very cheap materials and no craftsmanship. So how do you justify the price of this fucking vehicle? They're cheap little shit boxes. They're fucking go-karts. Like the future where this fool will love this, The future where you'll fucking own nothing and be happy, that's what they want you driving in. Little fucking battery charged go-karts. Pretty soon they're not going to be fast, right? The ones you have now are all fast. Or, the cars are pretty quick, right? Acceleration. That won't be a thing very soon. They won't go above like 35 miles an hour unless you're on a certain road. Then when your car hits that road, the governor that's controlled by the internet will flip on, and then you'll be able to go a little faster. But when you're in the city, you won't even be able to go fast. They'll just be like, no, when you're in these limits, we have a governor. We already know the speed limit to this road, so you can't go over the speed limit to this road. Whatever road you're on, that's as fast as you can go. And you'll just be like little fucking robot cars driving around. It'll fuck those vehicles, man. Fuck those vehicles across the board. Just saying. Travis Hunter, that's the dude who's with this whore who got a money sign. She got the fucking money sign tattooed on her ring finger. Is that who you're talking about? Remember, I don't pay attention to football, but I think that's who it is. Didn't he come through Deion Sanders? What do you guys think? Yay or nay on the Teslas? 1, press 1 if you fuck with Teslas. 2 if you don't fuck with them. I just think they're fucking cheap. Like, if you're selling a bitch for fucking 20 grand, okay. And again, how much does the battery cost? And if it does cost that much, then fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. I'm not paying like that kind of money for a fucking battery. Fuck you. Because that's all you're buying is the battery. And then how are we going to destroy these batteries? They're good for the environment. Where are you going to put the batteries? When there's a million fucking old leaking batteries, what are we going to do with them? Do they have an answer for that? I'm not sure. Maybe they do. I don't know. But that's a question I have now. Yeah, you're paying for all the rare metals in the battery that they fucking mined up with African slave labor. EVs are just not it. Go buy one and then trade it in. They're like roaches. The dealers can't get rid of them. Yeah, of course. Of course. You kind of got to be a fucking weird. No way am I fucking rocking an EV. Number one, I need something reliable, and I don't even like GPS on my shit. I need a fucking 69 Chevelle with a big bad engine in that motherfucker, right? Or an old, like a 1994 Humvee. No GPS, no tracking shit, no internet, gas. All I gotta do is put some gas and punch it. I can get up out of there. You ain't fucking controlling my movements. You're not controlling my movements. Battery is messed up in 5 years, and to replace it when you're out of warranty is 25 grand. Okay, so the battery costs 25 grand then? Then what's the other $200,000 for? What are you paying the extra $200,000 for then? Because it ain't the fucking quality, it ain't the materials, it ain't the craftsmanship. Yo, I swear to God, you're a fucking asshole if you buy one of them things, man. You're an asshole. What does it mean to dumb her? Dumb her? I don't know. It's a plastic computer. Yeah, the 69 Chevelle that's my fucking favorite, man. I swear. That would be my dream car. If I could have a daily driver, yeah. Or like an 80s, and I love it, like an 80s SS Monte Carlo. Or like a 442. I love that whole the Regals, Riviera's, Cutlass, that whole series with the Chevelles. Yeah, that's my favorite. A pickup truck with a V8, all you need for real, right? Load that shit up, gone. Get good gas, 4-wheel drive, good to go. This is a freaking racket. This is almost the equivalent of buying a boat. Yeah, right. A boat does have many more purposes, but I hear you. I hear you. It basically is, right? It's the same fucking assholes who would buy a boat to make that their personality. In the 80s, almost all these Tesla truck owners would just have a boat and sit at the marina while their wife fucked their boyfriend. Fury says, "If is Fury looking like he's in good shape for this fight or no?" Well, these are very recent pictures from like yesterday or the day before or whatever. Pretty recent of both of them on screen right now. I think he looks in very good shape. Both of them. Yeah, I think they're both in really good shape. Yeah, the '69 Mustang, Boss 302. Yeah, it's kind of a given. So I didn't even mention the Mustangs. I love the Mustangs. Don't get me wrong, love them all of them. But so expensive. They're so expensive now. Yeah, the Grand Nationals. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. A80 Supra. Yeah, Supra's always cool. Loved them as a kid. Haven't really paid much attention, but yeah, Supra's always hard. I like. My favorites are gonna have the bare minimum of electronics, though. Straight up, the bare minimum of electronics. The shit should be old school, very simple to fix. Like, think of how easy it is to keep a old, like a '70s, late '70s F-150 running. Like, it's very simple to fix. It's all so simple, and it'll just run for 40, 50 years. No problem. No problem. Slight maintenance, can always find some parts, fix it, works forever. So the fact that they make this shit like so the shit breaks down constantly. All these cars are breaking down constantly. They're so cheap. They make their money on the warranties, on the services. After you buy the car, they're making them shitty on fucking purpose. Cadillac with a Corvette engine. I hear you. Did you see these new Cadillacs? The new Cadillac series that's coming out is so hard. They're so fast. I mean, burning. They're more than a Corvette engine. They're like a gassed up Corvette engine. They're so fucking mean. They are so mean. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, Jonathan CTSVs. Some of his favorites right there. Exactly. Yep. They're so fucking mean. I love them. That's like the car I want right now, for sure. Like a newer car, I would take one of those. But I'd like to hear the reports on them. This new series coming out. Yeah, yeah, the Asians love the Supras. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people love Supras. That's like dude, that's a big car. People love Supras because they can compete with anything. That's why they can compete with anything. Someone said, what do I think about the Demon and Charger drivers?" I mean, I don't even see a point to have one. It brings more hassle than benefits, I guess. Even if you have a garage, it's more hassle than anything. The price it's just not worth it. You could build something very similar for a lot cheaper. Uh, yeah, it's more so just an image thing. Brings a lot of hassle. So again, what kind of image are you projecting? I might just think you're an asshole because you're actually driving one and you're trying to put off a tough guy image or something. I'm gonna look at you as an insecure motherfucker. So that's gonna be you're gonna have to deal with all this stuff. So why I wouldn't even want one. I'm straight up. That's my view on them. Trackhawk is pretty nice though. The Trackhawk, a little bit different to me. They're a little more low key. You know, you can make it a little more low key. It'll look just like a fucking SUV, a little jazzed up, I guess. Trackhawks are all right because they're a little more low key. I don't want to be on Front Street like that with this fucking bright red hot rod. I mean, or a lime green fucking hot rod on Front Street. I don't like it. I've experienced that stuff, and I don't like. Everyone stares at you. You pull up to a convertible. Yeah, I can't do the convertibles anymore either. Every time I was in a convertible, be at the intersection, everyone they are, and especially God knows who you're with, and they're doing whatever in a convertible. You're on Front Street. You're like, yeah, it's fuck that. I'm trying to be low key. Put me in a quiet car. Yeah, quiet, low key car. That's it. Yeah, yeah. The electronics are a fucking nightmare. Mechanical is much easier to deal with versus electronics. But luckily, my stepfather does all that stuff, so he has literally all the computers to running all the codes and whatnot. But yeah, without him, I'd be lost with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I would still. You would much rather prefer just going simplistic, old school, durable, reliable, high quality materials. It's simple. The shit lasts forever. Do you remember when Obama, my step, I was thinking of my stepdad was telling me about this because we forget about this stuff, right? Do you remember the buyback of old vehicles Obama did when he first came into office? Any of like your old vehicles, they destroyed them. Remember, they like forced you to give them back for quote unquote emissions reasons. Old vehicles and from junkyards had to be scrapped. I forget what the years were, but there was a whole bunch of vehicles that they took. Remember, older, good quality, reliable vehicles that maybe they didn't even need necessarily work, right? Do you remember they took them all off the streets of America and wiped them out? So you were forced to start buying this cheap shit. Because now, even if you have one of them older cars or something, they made it so much harder to even find parts. You used to be able to at least go find a alternator for an old Camaro or something like that, right? Yeah, it's way harder now for any fucking vehicles dating back 1990s models and previous. Never forget Obama did that. Never forget those communists took all your vehicles and mechanical devices. Where'd they go? Did they ship them to other countries? Those motors would still work. A lot of them transmissions would work. The rims. These other countries wouldn't have to even produce them at that point. I don't know. But they took them from you. They took them from you. That way you don't have easy access to cheap parts, cheaper, better, more reliable vehicles. Nah, it's all fucking hustle, man. It's beyond a hustle. It's a full-fledged plan. But that was part of it. They snatched all your reliable vehicles. Fury was in his best shape versus Klitschko at 255. If he comes in 260, 265, I think that's his ideal weight for boxing Usyk. Can't come in heavy and bully a guy like Usyk as he did to Wilder. Agreed. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. If he comes in too heavy, like 280 or something, 279, 281, that's going to wear on him as well. And, he'll drain faster. He won't be able to move around as much as he would like. So he's going to want to come in about as light as he really can, honestly, because he's still a big guy no matter what. He'll always have the power. You don't need the extra weight for the extra power. You want to be faster, if anything, to deliver the power that you already have. But like 255 was Klitschko. He ain't getting to that. I don't see that happening ever again. So yeah, if he could get around 260, 265, if he could just stay in the 260s, I'd be relatively happy with him. Like I'd be like, all right, that's what I would expect. That's what I would do. Salute, Hamed. How you doing, my man? God bless you, brother. But yep, Fury was 247 against Klitschko. Okay, correction. He was 247 against Klitschko. Okay. So that's a big difference. Well, not that big, but it's big enough. Yeah, so I'll go to 65. If he comes in 65 or under, that would be a good sign for him and his team, that's for sure. If Fury beats Usyk, does the Usyk win overshadow the Klitschko victory? Yeah. Yeah, I think it would. I don't I think it would. Yeah, definitely. Oh man, if he won that, that will be a huge game changer for him because he could pull the Lennox Lewis thing. I have beaten every man I've ever fought type thing. Even if I lost, I rematched and won. I've beaten every man I've stepped into the ring with. He could pull that card. Um, yeah, but then you got a trilogy. Yeah, he was in crazy shape for the Klitschko fight. That was his like how Mike Tyson looked at Larry Holmes for years, just wanting that one guy, focused on him for his whole development. That was Tyson Fury to Klitschko for like a decade, the better part of a decade. He was focused on fighting one guy. He's constantly, when he's not fighting someone else, his thoughts are solely on Klitschko, how to defeat him. What are his strengths? What are his weaknesses? That was his guy. And he knew he could win. So he certainly developed the belief he could beat Klitschko, came in super confident and did his thing. So yeah, when you have that kind of winning mindset, that's when you're dangerous. Usyk does have that right now. I think we all do. We're all questioning if Fury does. Because he could easily be like, no, this is my chance to redeem myself completely. Obviously, it would be, and it is. And make my legacy greater. Because I think him winning, I mean, yeah, it will, obviously. The Cybertrucks attract a certain high level of women. Yeah, yeah. They're like, he got money. he spends money. That's what they're thinking. He's going to spend some of that money on me. I'm gonna pull the yeah. Did I see the voice note by McGregor talking about Bilal? Quote unquote. The security doesn't know he's the champ. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. The security doesn't know he's the champ. That was kind of fucked up. Didn't Joe Rogan say that shit on air? Someone did, I think. Someone said it during the broadcast, which is pretty messed up. Don't disrespect my man like that. Bilal's my man. I like him. Yo, you wanna Bilal would fit in perfectly here. In this community, we're all just like Bilal. Go watch that podcast he did with Jake Shields. And I'm not talking about the Israel thing or anything like that. I mean, just as a dude, he's just a solid dude. Solid guy. Oh, yeah, for real. Right? The charging 20,000 over sticker on Chargers every day. It's more than that now. It was 20K over sticker like 8 months ago. They're like 35 over K right now, or 35K over sticker right now. And in like a month and a half, it's gonna be like 40K. Because they can't get rid of them and they don't want to eat the cost of them holding them. And yeah, man, they're so fucked. The prices are going to come crashing down. That's the crazy thing, right? They're going to come crashing down. I mean, I guess that's a good thing though, because if you actually want one, just hold off a bit, you'll get one. Houses are going to come crashing down as well. The housing market, yeah, because they're both in bubbles. Because ever since COVID, the economy's been so fucked up. This is all an inflated bubble right now. That's why no one's buying. Not many people are buying vehicles right now. Not many people are buying homes right now. And the renters and things like that, they're in this crazy bubble of not being able to keep tenants, and they're charging more because they got used to them COVID rates and such. Oh, the country's in trouble. But anyway, do you hate convertibles? Yeah, I don't know. Getting hit on a freeway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about the bitches chasing me if I had a Tesla truck. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, let's go out to dinner here. Come on, hop in. Push him down the freeway. Damn, you're still hungry? It's like, I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around. So I think S classes are overrated. People are literally paying 200,000 to 300,000 because of LED lights that I used to put in my room when I was a kid. The Germans have been on the decline. So one of my friends was just complaining about a Mercedes. I don't know if it was an S class or not. I know it's nice. I can't remember the model though. But very yeah, they're super the parts are crazy expensive right now. Again, in this economy, the parts to get it fixed if anything goes wrong, God forbid. But I mean, I haven't been in the new S class yet, but I would have to say no. But I haven't been in it and drove one yet. But it just seems the quality is going down across the board. I know what quality and craftsmanship can look like in a vehicle that doesn't even cost that much money. I've seen what just guys I know who do cars can make a car's interior look like, how they, what they can do, and it doesn't cost, it costs a few grand. So the fact that they're not even like putting that level of care into your experience while driving the vehicle, because that's what it is, kind of be chilling in luxury rather than just a fucking tan leather bucket seat, and calling that fucking luxury. A tan leather bucket seat. What the fuck? 300 grand. Yeah, I've been thinking about going live for some of these fights. I will. I will eventually. Yeah, I plan on it. I will eventually, but I never know which one. I've planned on it and then got caught up watching it with other people and didn't. But I like Bilal because he ended the Leon Edwards hype train with ease. Even Colby Covington fights this weekend, doesn't he? Is that this weekend he fights? Even washed up Colby with a broken foot took the last 2 rounds off Leon. I can't remember that fight. Yeah, I don't. Man, I really don't see Usyk retiring after this fight if he wins. Because the way I heard him talking, I don't know. Maybe he finally will have enough after this fight. It might be tough, but the way he was talking, like, why would I quit if I'm winning? Why would I stop? I heard him say that. Like, why would I retire if I'm still winning? So it sounded like he's just gonna push it until someone can eventually beat him. Like, I was like, damn. But to me, I agree here with Ahmed. If Usyk wins, he got nothing left to prove. Definitely, I'd retire right there on top, go out as the fucking man forever. Why? Like, there's no argument against you. You didn't do anything wrong. You did everything right. You did everything above and beyond any fucking really any of your contemporaries in terms of on the road, no special treatment, hostile territories, unifying, fighting everyone, ducking, no smoke, all of that, and you go up and beat the big guys twice, AJ and Fury. Shit. Yeah, you gotta call it quits there, man. You kind of have to. Why fucking end up getting caught with some shit as you're aging, slowing down? Why? Yeah, you don't slug it out with Usyk. He isn't Wilder. You need to box him. That's what he does. He'll pick you apart if you come in just head first, trying to bully him. He'll pick you apart, and he'll walk you onto something. And Tyson, especially, his body build. He's tall. He's long. He's a big target. Any punch he throws opens up massive areas to target. He's just a big fucking target. So him coming forward, constantly giving openings, is just giving Usyk more and more opportunities to find that big one, boom, and sting him, which is what I said was going to happen in the first fight. That Fury would try to box him, but Usyk would keep sticking him with the straight right to the solar plexus. Said all this is exactly what would happen. It did. It did. He would have to make an adjustment, start letting his hands go more, coming forward. He did. Fury did that. He made the adjustment that I expected. But then I said just what would happen. He's going to start giving more opportunities to Usyk, and he's going to be the one that gets chinned. It's exactly what happened. And it is what I expected. And I still kind of expect it. If Fury goes forward, he's going to have to stay on the back foot. Might make it a bit not as exciting, but knowing Fury, he'll make the adjustments. So if it's not working, he's going to have to try and make something happen. He has no choice at that point, right? Can't just sit there and keep getting picked apart. So he'll try to go back and forth. And, in those moments, he's going to have to try and hurt Usyk. You got to try and hurt Usyk. Man, I don't know. But that's just how these two are going to mesh over and over. Yeah, so I didn't even see that there. But yeah, here it is. Interested to see how Fury approaches this fight. Him being heavier and more aggressive might benefit Usyk. I think I expected it to in the first fight. It did benefit Usyk. I expected it. I will expect it to this time, but that doesn't mean Fury won't hurt him because he was busting Usyk up. So he was busting Usyk up. Usyk got to be careful too, man. This is a fucking dangerous ass fight. Either way, I do have Usyk the favorite. I personally have Usyk as the favorite. I expect another decision, a decision win for Usyk. But yeah, that's what Usyk should win by decision. That is my prediction. Usyk needs to avenge his loss to Dubois. He might want to. Like, damn, you talking shit and you got a belt. It's really mine. I'm going to fuck you up one more time. As long as Fury is over 270, you think that's optimal? You want him to come in heavy then? Zed's like he should come in heavy. I was thinking he should be in the 260s. If he's in the 260s, I'm thinking he's going to try and box 250s, 260s. He's going to try and box a bit more, use speed, try to run Usyk into the uppercut, left hook, just boom, boom, uppercut, left, boom, boom, just crack, jab, boom, boom, crash him. You know how he does it. Pick the head up, smack it across. Pick the head up, smack it across. Usyk got to be careful of that. That's why I think that's when they fight like that, I give the edge. I don't know if I give the edge, but I make it about 50-50 for between them in that moment. But in the moments when Fury's coming forward, he's given a lot of opportunities to Usyk. Yeah, I wouldn't call Bacoli a prospect. He's A-level heavyweight gatekeeper. Interesting terminology, but I hear what you're saying. I guess I agree with that as well, because he can beat anyone. He can beat anybody out there on any given night. Doesn't mean he will, but he absolutely can. I think he's much more than a gatekeeper. In fact, he's like he's an absolute boogeyman. He's just someone you kind of just want to swerve. You really do just want to swerve him. Like, it's fucked up, right? Because if you beat him, it's like, damn, he got past him. He survived that crazy power danger. Well, you might just get whooped by it. If you beat him, it's like, you survived the crazy power danger. I guess other guys can probably do it too. But if you get chinned, damn, you got fucking chinned. You just got crushed. He is a absolute terror. and he's someone to be swerved. He's gonna get no fight. He's gonna get no fight. Uh, Salute, Friesen. Thanks for stopping by, my man. Oh yeah, exactly. I'd be much more worried for Usyk against Bakuli than I am against Fury. The danger is so much higher. Yeah, he's just a more dangerous fighter. He absolutely is. And he got a fucking iron chin. He got an iron chin, regardless of what you think of Jared Anderson. He ain't no like slouch. He can hit. You know what I mean? When he tees off on someone, there's a lot of power there. And Jared Anderson teed off on Bakoli like 50 times. 50 bombs. They did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. That is scary as well. Other guys are looking at that like, damn, if he had that kind of power, and I think I could stop him, maybe I could take it, but he's just going to be here all night. This ain't going to stop. I'm going to have to fight this guy for 12 rounds, taking damage. That's fucking a terror. That's a terror. Bakoli is what Wilder fans tried to make Luis Ortiz out to be. Bakoli is what Wilder fans tried to make Wilder out to be. Bakoli's a fucking actual monster. The technique isn't off the charts or nothing, but what he does well. Hell of a jab, very fast hands in combination, power on everything. He can shoot short, he can shoot long, he can come around, he can come over top, he can come up underneath. His reach is Dowsum from Street Fighter. Like, he shoots his jab, it's halfway across the fucking ring. That guy's a problem. He's a problem. He's not going to get fights, man. And I wonder how old he really is, too. Wonder how old he really is.
Go to pub, drinking beer.
If you had to spend a day with Tyson Fury and you weren't boxing, what would you do?
I can go to pub, drinking beer. After we go to play in golf, and then we go to play in football. Then we go to kind of horse.
A few beers.
Yes, no
Yes.
problem.
Have fun.
Yeah.
If you had to spend a day with Tyson Fury and you weren't boxing, what would you do?
I can go to pub, drinking beer. After
Go to pub, drinking beer. Go to pub, drinking beer. You got that old man strength. LeBron James, Tyson Fury, John Jones, PED cocaine users. Yeah, probably. I think, yeah. LeBron's at them Diddy parties, too. Bakoli got the old man strength. I got to get a coffee here. I'll drop the link if anyone wants to jump on here. Well, I wasn't even thinking about it. But yeah, he does. He got that old man strength. He knows how to just deliver power. He's a fucking tree. The guy's humongous. I mean, he is what they call him, the modern day George Foreman. The bigger version of George Foreman. Don't know if he's necessarily better, because George could do a lot more. He could move more. He had more tools. But Bakoli is bigger. And has a similar style, right? Yeah. That's my coffee maker. I'm not peeing. It's my coffee maker, if you hear that. What's this? Oh, yeah. Boom! Right next to right after it. Yeah, 10 days or whatever.
He puts him down. Fury scores the knockdown in round number 3. 30 seconds remain, and Fury has floored Wilder. His physical stature, it belies his skill and his nimbleness. And another knockdown is scored. A body shot to Wilder. Second time he's been down.
How was Wilder so fucking fragile in this fight? I hear what they say when he's like, I was drugged. Like, on some real shit, I kind of understand what he's saying. Like, I don't think I'm not saying he was drugged. But man, he was fucking fragile. But he was fragile like every night after this as well. So he fought his ass off in their third fight, though. I'll give him that. That's when I gained mad respect for him. Let me rephrase that. I did not gain a mad respect. I gained some respect for him from that third Fury fight. But he was fragile, man. Wilder looked the same in the second rotation. You know what? You're right. See, there it is, right? You're right. You know, he probably should have lost that fight, you know? He really probably should have lost that fight. I don't know about the rematch. The first one, though, or the first one. I don't know. Whichever one he got fucking rocked in and had to be saved. And Paulie Malignaggi called him out and then basically lost his fucking job for calling him out. Do I think stacked undercards are sustainable long term? Good question, actually. Yeah and no. It depends, right? It depends, right? So, yeah, good question. But yeah, it depends. So, it depends on the amount. Well, and again, not necessarily stacked undercards across the board. I'm going to keep it to pay-per-views, right? I think that's even what you meant, like stacked undercards on pay-per-view cards, right? The big cards. Depending on the amount that are actually pay-per-view cards, depending on the amount and how many guys, promoters, fighters, stables are working together, like they are with, say, under Turkey, because the money's there, right? So they'll do business together. That can keep it. That can keep it going if there isn't a whole bunch of pay-per-view cards, because you need the talent to fill the undercards, right? You would need, in order to stack them, you need enough top guys that need a fight or are ready to fight and all that. So hopefully, and I think this should happen with the way the world's going, we should be getting a good crop of, I think, a lot of young, well, I don't know, man, because the world's so soft right now. But some places are pretty hard. I think in the next 20 years, we might see a hell of a lot of young men going into boxing. Like a lot more than have been, honestly. Like, there's a lot of money involved. It's, you know, it's not all that difficult to get at least a little bit of a bag. You put the work in. And there might not be many opportunities for a lot of young men keeping it a buck. There might not be a lot of opportunities. So there might be a lot of fucking fighters coming up. But generally, long term, I think you're talking the next, say, 3-4 years or something. It could. You just need the talent, I guess. You need the talent and you need the people working together, doing good business. As long as people aren't trying to rob each other, they'll work together. He needs to keep throwing his jab, moving his head, and stay focused. I can't see Fury having a problem if he does that. I agree. Yeah. No, I mean, stay focused, stay tall, stay long, use your stick, head control, step around, try to move. And when he did it, I mean, he has moments of success. He has the tools to win. There's no doubt about it. He has the tools to win. Fury had tampered gloves on. Oh, and yeah, egg weights, right? Egg weights. I don't even know if that was this fight. Was that this fight? Is this the fight he claimed egg weights? Because I know he claimed he was drugged in this fight, right? Or did he claim all of that happened in the same fight? I can't even fucking remember anymore. There were so many stories. There were so many stories. I don't know which one was, which ones. Them were all around one fight, huh? 78's Conspiracies. Yeah, I like the conspiracy that it was 78's fault that Wilder's career crashed out because he started believing all the bullshit 78 was feeding him. It fucked his mind up. So 78 destroyed his own hero. 78 destroyed the career of his own hero. How interesting is that? Oh, Tyson Fury's a dirty fighter. There's no doubt about it. He's definitely a dirty fighter. He's just a dirty fighter. It is what it is, man. He got no qualms with getting nasty, dirty, doing whatever he got to do to win. Tyson Fury elbowed Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham's a very dirty fighter as well, though, so I don't feel bad for him. And you shouldn't either. But Tyson Fury had on 10-ounce gloves. Had on 10 for the gloves versus Wilder. Tyson Fury pushed Dillian White. Tyson Fury is the biggest cheater in boxing. He's a dirty fighter. He doesn't, yeah. He ain't got no qualms of getting a little nasty in there. "78 Reasons Why Wilder is Better." Sounds like a great day. What's a great day? I need to see it. Team Usyk training camp done. How good are those tracksuits? Look at them tracksuits, bro. They are kind of awesome. The tracksuits are kind of awesome. I wish I could get in closer. I can't even see what brand. I don't even know what brand they are. A bunch of Barneys with the neon green. That must be this big dude over here. Got to be a chief sparring partner getting him prepared for Tyson Fury. Whoever this guy is, he's freaking huge. He's even further back than Usyk. Still a lot taller. Interview for part 2 of documentary on Usyk-Fury rematch. Guys, he's gonna jab him. He's gonna Gosh, a lot of jowls shaking in that interview. A lot of jowl shaking in that interview. Shout out to the Atlas. Oh, jeez. Gosh, gosh.
Yes, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yep. You're on, brother. How
Yes,
you
how's
doing?
it going, man? Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. I was just gonna jump off for a couple of minutes, cause I gotta go.
Yeah.
But I rewatched the fight a couple of weeks ago. I thought Usyk won like 8 rounds in that fight. I don't know if Fury's best bet is to box. I think Fury might have to be a bit more aggressive because when he was boxing, he did have some success, but over 12 rounds, I don't know if he's good enough to beat Usyk. I think the only way he can win a decision is if they rob Usyk. To me, it seemed like Fury couldn't keep up the pace for 3 minutes around. And I think Usyk does everything better than him,
You know,
apart
those
from
are
the size.
those are good points. Actually, I agree with you completely. That was his. He had a big problem with his gas tank. So in the first fight, and it seems that's probably going to be a problem again. He's not going to be able to consistently fight like that and box like that because of his gas tank. So that's gonna, he probably might get a 4 or 5 good rounds, and if that isn't enough, then where's he at? So you're saying he should just go forward, and I
Yeah,
understand that. Yeah, I understand
the
that.
only thing is, I think his punch resistance, and I think he's always been overrated defensively. I thought he was better than both AJ and Wilder, but I don't think that was really telling because I just think the division was a bit weak. It was entertaining, but when you put a guy like Usyk or even Klitschko in his prime, I think in this division, they were technically, I think, much better than these guys. But I don't know if he could do that, like go for broke early, because he seems like he gets hurt now more frequently and getting dropped by Nagano, even if he wasn't 100%. To me, that was not a good look. We see what AJ did to Nagano.
I saw Tim Bradley talking about that Fury's chin. He goes, Fury's chin has been cracked. He's like, he doesn't have the punch resistance he did. He's like, it's clear to me that he doesn't. And I
Yeah,
see what he's
yeah,
talking about. He gets hurt a lot, and it doesn't take not a lot, but he gets hurt. He gets hurt, man, a lot, kind of compared to
yeah,
other guys. Yeah,
and the way he was fighting Usyk, like to me, it seemed like he was scared to get hit early on. I do think Usyk does have underrated power, but to me, it seemed like Fury wasn't that confident. Like when he was fighting Wilder, I don't know. I think those fights did take something out of him. I also do think maybe Usyk maybe just does everything better than him, but I don't know if he's the same fighter after those fights. He looked good against White, but I didn't really ever rate Dillian White that high. I always thought White was very poor, who kind of like overachieved. And if he goes for broke early, the only thing is, can he stick to that game plan? Because he's gonna have to go to the body, and that's gonna leave himself open.
and
Usyk could probably, yeah,
he's probably gonna get hurt too. And then
yeah,
once
yeah. That's
he
what I was
gets
gonna say.
hurt, does he say, "I'm gonna back up. I don't want to. I don't want to get hurt again." So,
Yeah, yeah. And Usyk, I think Usyk is a better overall puncher as well. A lot of his KOs come from his weight, but when you see the way Usyk sits down on his shots, like Fury slaps a lot. That's the thing I think with
yeah,
his technique is a bit sloppy. Like Usyk is very polished. Like everything Usyk does, I think, is like very technical. With Fury, he gets away with it because of his size, but I still think this is more or less 50, maybe 55, 45 to Usyk because of the size difference. Like, that's the one thing. But do you think Fury knows how to fight the Southpaw? Because against Wallin, he did not look good. I haven't rewatched that fight, but Wallin won, I thought, like 3 or 4 rounds, and he cut him badly.
Wallin would be a bit of a different version of a southpaw just because he's taller, longer. But I hear what you're saying. In terms of Usyk in front of him, uh, I thought his straight right would be more effective against Usyk in the first fight than it was. That was taken away.
What
Pretty
about
well.
the jab, though? He did not really. I don't think his jab is like on par with Klitschko or Lewis or even maybe Ali. But to me, it seemed like I don't know if Usyk nullified his jab or he wasn't throwing the jab or committed enough with it. Because with that much reach and like size advantage, I thought he'd jab a bit more. But I don't know. Maybe Usyk is just better than probably Fury thought. Like.
Yeah, I think again, whenever he keeps his hand out, whenever his arm's out, even his midsection is wide open, especially for Usyk as a southpaw to just shoot that straight left right in it. So, or again, he can shoot it right up to the top. All you got to do is slip the jab, shoot the straight left in there. You can go to the body, chest, head, and I think that did stopped Fury from letting that jab rip as much because he was in like the first 3 rounds and he was getting chewed up a bit to the body. And I think he was like, man, I can't keep doing that. Then started sitting down and throwing some bigger power shots. But if he's throwing the jab, he can't just leave it like pitter pat and occasional stiff one. He'd have to throw a nice, hard, long, stiff jab, Klitschko-esque, but I don't know if he could do that consistently. He'd probably get tired. His arm would probably get tired even.
I don't think he's got the feet. Like even Klitschko's footwork was giving him problems, but Klitschko's very robotic, and I think Fury style was all wrong for him. The thing I would say with the first fight, Fury had a lot of success with the uppercut. Maybe Usyk may make adjustment as well in this fight, but I do think Usyk is the better boxer. Usyk on paper should win. It's just the only thing is I got a feeling they may rob Usyk, man, because it seems like they're adamant to make the AJ fight, even though AJ got knocked out. Like I don't understand why they still want to make that fight. Like I don't know, maybe they just want to cash out on AJ.
I think even if Fury loses, they can still make that fight though. As long as it isn't an utter embarrassing loss, if it's still like a respectable L, I think I'd still be interested in the fight. I think the British people and fans, I think boxing fans would still be interested in it. You didn't get it exactly when we wanted it, but they would both kind of be on the downside trying to make a bounce back. Go ahead and run it.
It depends what happens, innit? But I do think AJ should fight like someone like Wilder or even Dillian White or someone, just get a win. And then if Fury does actually win legitimately, then you can maybe hype it up. But I do think the media and all the industry, they all want Fury to win. Like, because Usyk upset AJ and then he upset Fury. And they really wanted that big fight. Yeah, I don't think that first fight was really that close, if I'm being honest. Like, live, I thought maybe it was 7-5 Usyk, and I thought 8-4 was wide, but I think 8-4 maybe could push it 7-5, but I don't think Fury won more than 5 rounds in that fight. Like, a lot of people, I think, got a bit distracted with the showboating. He didn't really win a clear round until round 4, I think.
Yeah,
and then Usyk took over from round 8.
That's exactly how I saw it. Same way.
In those middle rounds, I remember feeling like, yo, Usyk is getting hurt bad. Like
he was too. The people I was watching it with, rooting for Usyk, they were, and the room got real quiet during those rounds. I think even live, I was like, "You guys nervous? Huh? Nervous? Huh?"
Yeah, maybe if like Fury, if his gas tank is better, I don't know. I think he could do it if his gas tank's better. Because also the thing is, I'm with Usyk, but at the same time, I feel like when Fury's back is against the wall, he just always finds a way. So maybe he'll find a way.
He's a wild man. You never know, and you never know where he's at mentally. He might be in a mental state right now where he thinks he's strong as God. You know?
Exactly, and it's like you said. You said, oh, like a few streams ago, you were like, if he shows up, that means he's ready. So that's the thing with Fury. He would pull out. So, and he did pull out before that first fight. We have to remember that he did pull out. So, and then they rescheduled it for like a month later, right? So
yeah, but there was even like a couple times where they could have signed it and then didn't. It was like he kept stalling and not. It was when he will sign it when he's ready.
I don't think Fury wanted this fight. I don't think Fury really wanted this fight.
Maybe he'll actually be more confident now, because maybe before he actually got into the fight, he was more worried that he wouldn't even touch Usyk, and now that he actually touched him, maybe he's like psychologically
like he already lost to the guy. So
he already lost, but he also saw he could compete with him.
Yeah,
so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but he had a massive size advantage, and he was probably a big favorite up until the Ngannou fight. I think it was when Ngannou had that close fight, and then AJ destroyed Wallin and Ngannou, which I don't know. To me, it seems like a lot of these Fury fights or performances have not been great. Like Wallin, Ngannou. I think it was someone else who him and AJ both fought.
I think it's just Fury though, because you saw he came into that Ngannou fight like fat as fuck. I don't care if he says he trained; he didn't train.
No, he did.
Look at him, and he looked like shit. So
yeah,
that was
but
he trained.
It was kind of disrespectful, actually. Like, I don't even take you serious. And it cost.
Yeah, he was out of shape. He was out of shape. But even against Wallin, he was in good shape. I just think he's a bit overrated and sloppy. Like at his best, he can be very effective, but to me, he seems hot and cold. Like against Usyk, I thought, he did his best, and he's shown that. I think in the Wilder rematch and even against Klitschko. But then there's other performances and fights where he looks trash. Like he doesn't look very good, and his defense is all over the place. Like he's not consistent, or he lives the life. I think that's probably caught up to him as well.
I think he's erratic mentally, but that's the thing. Is like the way he is, he'll get really high highs and really low lows. So it's possible, because the thing is, if we look at that fight, right, there's a lot that Fury could do better, but there's not really much that Usyk could do better. Usyk's going to be basically the same guy. So if we look at who can make the adjustments to make the improvements, it's mostly Fury, So
I don't know if that's true. I thought the same, but that's what people are saying after the first AJ fight. And in the rematch, I don't think Usyk was 100%. There's a war going on in Ukraine, and I still thought he won 8 or 9 rounds in that rematch with AJ. With Fury, I think Fury is a better boxer than AJ, but I don't think Fury hits as hard as Joshua. That's where I think Usyk could take more risks. Because against Joshua, he did get hurt in the rematch. With Fury, I think caught him with the uppercut, but Fury couldn't follow up. But that's where I think if Fury is as good as he was saying, and was as good as some of his fans were saying, he would have taken Usyk out. Once he hurt him, he couldn't really follow up or even capitalize. And that's where I think Usyk knows he could actually get away with things. Because Fury, for his size, he doesn't hit as hard as his size or weight is. I don't know if it's because he slaps or he's just not that big of a puncher.
Yeah, Joshua is just more. His fundamentals are really good. His form's really good. He's biomechanically. He's able to get everything in his punches. Like if you look at that Ngannou knockout, that was a guy that was that was damn near illegal. That was damn near a murder charge. The way he punched him, he charged that punch fully to knock Ngannou the fuck out. But I just think Fury's biomechanics is not the same as Joshua. He's just not he doesn't have as much power in his punches. But to stop Usyk, you need to. Usyk's very difficult because he's very evasive. It's very difficult to follow up on him. So I don't know. It's like it's a hard fight to.
It's a hard fight to
Yeah,
see how it's gonna play out, but I think Usyk has more trouble against smaller guys because Bradis gave him a close fight or a tough fight. So did Batubia. Was what was the amateur? I think semi-pro. It seems like Usyk has more success against bigger guys, but because Fury's so big, I wouldn't count him out. Because he's so big and it is heavyweight boxing, but it seems like Usyk does struggle a bit more against guys who are like just as quick as him or smaller. Because Bradis and Bertubia both did or had a lot of success, more so than I think Fury and AJ. Although the Bertubia fight I think was 6 rounds or something like that, so it wasn't really like a proper pro fight.
Yeah, I think the formula to beat Usyk might be kind of just a crash dummy style with like like if you just have a unlimited gas tank and just pressure him forever and just take all the hits. That like kind of like what Chisora did and Dubois did a little bit before he got that low blow / body shot. I think like those guys, if you have a guy that could just pressure fight, absorb all the damage, no matter what, and then just wait to hurt him with something, has power to the body, power to the head, then I think that's the kind of guy that has the best chance of Usyk. Because if you're trying to box Usyk and wait for the perfect shot and all that, that's never going to work. He's just too superior. That's my opinion. I think it has to be a guy that just pressures, absorbs everything, and has good power for one shot to rattle. That's what I think the best chance is. Because you're not going to be able to get combinations or anything like that on Usyk. You're going to have to hurt him with one shot, then hopefully follow up in that moment before that window closes. So,
But even to the head, I don't think he's ever been down. And I think AJ may have caught him or hurt him, buzzed him, whatever, in the rematch. But apart from that, I can't remember anyone actually hurting Usyk with a headshot. Like, I think Batubiev put him down as an amateur with a body shot. He was down against someone else. I forgot who it was. I think in the what was it? WSB, whatever it's called. And Dubois did land that shot. Whether or not that was whatever, let's just say it was a legal shot, but if that was a bit high, then that would have been a body shot. So he, I think, has a weakness to the body. I don't know if Fury could consistently go down to the body because Fury is so big. For him to do that, he would have to leave himself open. But that's,
yeah,
I think, Usyk's biggest weakness because Sugar Hill was telling Fury to go to the body. It seems like that was one thing I don't think Fury did. When he did try doing it, I think in that round, he got caught himself. So
Let me.
it's
Can I,
it's risky. It's risky.
can I just the
Go on.
body because everyone's basically weak to the body, but what it is it's everyone can be hurt to the body, but then it's your mind. Do you not go down? Right? Do you stay and keep fighting with that pain, that sore liver, sore rib, whatever it is, every time you breathe, the sharp pains, that and the fact that wasn't it better Biev who put Usyk down? Usyk actually did take a knee from a body shot versus better Biev, the amateurs, right?
Batubiev.
So I would be using that as a psychological thing for my fighter if I'm Sugar Hill, being like, see, not only does everyone get hurt to the body, but he has taken a knee before. Even if he's younger and in the amateurs, he took a knee before from a body shot. See, it can be done again. You can maybe get him to that point again. But as you said, reaching down to the body of the naturally shorter man, when you have long arms as well, leaves you wide open. Wide open.
I actually
What
think,
what
yeah,
impressed me was Usyk's body work in the first fight with Fury. Usyk was targeting Fury's body from the first round, which I think a lot of Fury's opponents have abandoned. And I think that's what also gassed out Fury as well. So I think it's easier said than done for for me or some other person. Like I've seen some of these Fury fans saying he just before the first fight, especially they were saying just go to the body. To do that, you gotta work around because Usyk's also a guy who's gonna throw combinations, who's also gonna target the body. The only thing I would say with the body is with the head. I don't know if even if Fury lands his best shot, excuse me, Usyk's chin seems like is probably one of the best. So I don't know if he could actually take him out with a headshot. I just don't think Fury's that big of a puncher as well.
Yeah, I think so at heavyweight, I think body shots, it's something that may pay dividends like round 9 and up. It usually doesn't, but since Usyk is a small heavyweight, you know, that also factors in because I feel like at the heavyweight division, body shots are not. It's more like just wearing out their gas tank more than looking for a KO. Outside of like small guys like Usyk, I also think I agree it'll be difficult for Fury to aim for the body. Um, my best bet for Fury would be actually like don't think he should box. I think he should pressure, and hopefully he could get like a one of those behind the head shots or behind the ear temple shots, something like that, because that will take anyone down. I don't care what your chin is. That will take you down. I think that's his best chance, not the chin, maybe behind, because Fury did that a lot, like in the Wilder fights and them close bull rushes, just getting like the behind the ear shots, the behind the head shots, stuff like that. He might have a chance that way. As far as being weak to the body, I think so, because even though, at first I thought they robbed Dubois, but upon closer look, it's like negligible. I think they would have let that slide for other fighters, but it did graze his ball, like his cups, on the way up. It grazed it, but it landed on the belt line. So the way Usyk was shaking and shivering from that shot, I just think he is weak to the body. I think he is. I think that's a vulnerability. Because it looked bad after that shot. Even though you could take it either way, it did technically on the way up, on the trajectory up, it did graze his cup, but it didn't land there. It landed on his belt.
Yeah, then the question would become, if it was legal and he went down, do you think he would have got up?
I don't know. I thought he was like milking it.
We will never know. That's the $1 million question.
Yeah, I thought he was milking it, so he was being smart. But at the same time, I was like, wait, this guy, there was a point when he was on the floor and his arm was shaking. I was like, yo, he's not that good of an actor. Like the way his arm was shaking, I was like, yo, you can't act that. You cannot act that. His arm was like shaking.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. You just reminded me of something so funny. Who was anyone listening or watching Second Renaissance stream last night? There was one of the he watched the documentary of the chick who did 100 guys in a day. There's like a whole documentary on it on YouTube. It's like behind the scenes. One of the guys who went through with it, like he was one of the like 80th dudes or whatever, he had to have alcohol afterwards. He was so traumatized, and while he's drinking, his hand is shaking so hard. The guy was he said his family would kill him. He came from like a strict Muslim family. He was so scared and so traumatized. It was so funny. I hope someone in the chat saw that. It was great.
I heard about that. I haven't read no about that guy, just about that headline. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things going on. I've been reading a lot of crazy things on the internet. But regarding the fight, I do think that referee was quite poor with the Dubois fight. Even if people don't think it was it was a low blow, because Usyk, I rewatched that round when he got hit low. If it was like called low, which it was, he was telling Usyk to stay on the floor for 5 minutes. Like, and Usyk wanted to carry on. Like, he was also the referee for Klitschko, Louis Pabon, for Povetkin Klitschko. Like, I'm not really a big fan of that referee. Like, I thought in that fight he kind of got too involved. He done that in some of these other fights as well. But I think Dubois and Fury are different fighters. Like, for Fury to take those risks, I think he's gonna give more of his like chin up, like, because he's gonna have to go down, and he's a bigger target as well. So I don't know if he could do that, like just target the body and go all out.
No.
He'll have to mix it up.
He can. Also, Dubois is a fighter that I'm very impressed by, actually, because I never thought he came back from quitting twice to doing what he's done. So I'm very impressed by Dubois. But Fury can't soak up the kind of damage Dubois does, and I don't think Dubois will have a long career because he'll take like 5 punches to get 1 punch. He'll soak up a ton of damage to get that punch off, and that's the only reason he got that against Usyk. And I do think Usyk's weak to the body. It's just like if you rewatch it in slow motion, you can see it does graze the cup, but where it lands, and then the way his arm was shivering, I do think he's weak to the body. I think if it didn't graze that cup and Dubois hit him and he was forced to get up, I think he would have been in trouble for sure. I think he
No,
would.
Usyk's been down
Is
a
Daniel
couple of times.
Dubois the most? Oh, I'm sorry. Is
Mhm.
Daniel
Go
Dubois the
on,
most
go on, go on.
improved? He's so improved.
He has.
Yeah, that's very rare in boxing for a guy to quit like that twice and come back the way he came back. It shows a certain type of I don't know, mental strength. Like sometimes he comes off very childish and immature, but after those, like the way he come back is like I'm genuinely impressed by that guy. I like him.
I do think he was dirty though against Hergovic. Like he was going in with his head, but that was like to me a surprise.
Oh,
the
that was
fact
very
that
dirty.
he stood up to Hergovic. And I was telling people before the AJ fight, Hergovic has got a much better work rate and chin. So Joshua's going to have to be a bit more cautious. And he steamrolled through AJ. Like that wasn't even
Yeah.
remotely competitive. But yeah, he's been on a very good roll. The only thing, because I got to go, we'll see. Dubois did quit. Do you reckon Fury would quit if it got really that tough where he's getting dropped numerous times? Because Usyk's a much better overall boxer than Wilder. Would Fury quit?
Dubois quit, but there's something about Dubois quitting that's different. I don't know. There's something because remember he was like 24 years old too. I don't know if there was some kind of immaturity. I don't know what it is, but the way he bullied the bullies, like especially with that Hergovic guy, even though it was a little dirty, I think he did what he had to do. You know, he just
But the Usyk fight was last year. He was 26 or 7. I'm not talking about the Joyce fight. I gave him a pass for the Joyce fight, and I remember I was getting criticized. I think I was on the Boxing Asylum because I was even saying this could be a broken eye socket. Like against Usyk, it wasn't.
Right? When he quit, or no?
That was, I think, the Joyce fight. He was
Okay.
23 or 4, but against Usyk, he was 27. I don't know. Maybe he was just mentally had checked out because Usyk dropped him a couple of times, and he was saying he thought the shot was illegal. But I was just saying, do you reckon Fury would quit? Because one thing I would say in comparison between Fury and guys like AJ and even Dubois, Fury has shown crazy recuperation skills, and he's never really come to quitting. He's never quit. Yeah.
Even if you look at that last round of Fury when he was getting knocked all around, I don't see quitting Fury.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
He'll die in the ring, I think. Fury seems like the type that he'll die in the ring first before quitting.
Yeah. He recovered pretty quickly, but yeah, it's interesting fight, man. I gotta go. It's good talking to you guys, though. I can't wait for the fight, though. Yeah.
Same
I
here.
know. Thanks for jumping on.
I don't know this. I'll catch you soon.
Same here. Yep. But yeah, Dubois is a special fighter, man. That guy throws me for a loop. I don't know what to make of him. I really don't know. It's like,
yeah, someone suggested, and there might be a little truth to it, that he has like a high functioning autism, and maybe when he was younger, he would, it would get a little emotional or whatever, and maybe quit. But now he's like, oh, that's not a thing. I ain't doing that no more. I don't like that criticism.
I think so too, because another thing is like he talks like kind of high functioning, like almost like a slow person. But then I noticed the last fight when he beat AJ, it's like he matured. Like when he was talking after the fight, he talked like more like an adult. So I'm like, there's something off about this guy, man. He's like, there's something about Dubois that's special. And I can't really put my finger on it, but it's very rare that I see a guy quit, then come and fight the way he fights. And the thing is, the only issue I have with him is once his youth tank is gone, he's gonna have problems, bro, because he's soaking up so much damage.
Yeah.
To like fight. His style is just insane. So, but he still has like that youth on his side. You could tell he's just eating these guys' damage. He just has that like youthful energy.
And if you go back and watch the round table face-to-face face-off thing him and AJ did, especially in hindsight, he was so confident. He was very confident. He wasn't shaken by anything AJ said, did. He didn't back down. Yeah.
And he's another one of these guys that has his
Matured.
father in his corner, right? Dubois.
He is definitely matured. What's that?
He's another one of these guys with his father in the corner, right? Daniel Dubois.
I don't know. Is Dubois' father in his corner? Guys, I'm not sure.
But AJ, funny thing is AJ, I've always, since back in 2018, when the heavyweight division came back on the map with the whole AJ Wilder thing, I always thought that version of Wilder would have killed AJ. Because just there's something mentally weak about AJ. We give Wilder a lot of shit, but Wilder's a dog. He'll die in the ring. You know what I'm saying? AJ, there's something weak about him that I've seen after.
And he doesn't have any recovery powers.
Yeah, but he's just
hurt. He just stays hurt.
Yeah.
At least you've seen Wilder go down and get back up.
Yeah. No, but that's the one thing with Wilder. Wilder earned the respect because despite all the excuses and all the shit, when he came into that third fight, he was like, yo, you're going to have to kill him in that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fight that he got my respect from. I was like, oh, okay. And he's gonna, I'd like to see that Wilder show up again.
Yeah, I think it's just too much damage, bro. I think they just beat him. Sometimes you get the willpower beat out of you. I think he just got beat too. There's two things that happen. Number one, he has a crappy trainer. His trainer's a guy he knocked out. He
didn't even knock him out. The guy took a dive for him.
Yeah, it looked like a fixed fight. So
that's
number one. You don't have a real trainer. I think he would actually, ironically, I think he would do good with like Kronk Gym or something like that, Wilder. But he has a trainer that he knocked out, and then that trainer's telling him to box. So I'm like, what is this, man? What are you talking about? It's just like they're messing up his style. And I think he's getting into his own head too much. Plus, he had that one gold digging chick that dipped on him once he took a couple losses. So now he's like mentally screwed from the another baby mama drama. So, I mean, I wish we could get that version from Wilder Fury 3. I think that beats every heavyweight outside of Usyk in Fury.
Didn't Wilder's girl just leave him after the Zhang loss?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but also here's the crazy thing, though. His brother, Marcellus Wilder, said that he caught Wilder sleeping with his girl. So that's crazy. So I don't know if that's tied into why she left him, too. So.
Oh, whoa.
So you could look it up. Marcellus Wilder, Deontay Wilder's brother.
So if she left him, that would make sense why she left him then.
Yeah. So to sleep with your brother's girl is craziness. So,
and that is fucking wild.
So yeah,
they're not. Are him and Marcellus cool still?
Nah, they're not cool at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're not cool at all. But you could look it up. His brother Marcellus is tight from that.
I bet. Oh man. Apparently some plane crashed in New Jersey, like a small one. Kind of looks like a drone, but they're saying there was a couple people on board. I don't know. And then this is today. This was earlier today.
In Hillsborough, New Jersey, as for a possible drone landing that happened yesterday. The search is ongoing right now in an area between or just off of Route 206 in Hillsborough near Falcon Road. And we can see a staging area by Somerset County hazardous material units, some other county officials, as well as Hillsborough agencies as well. We also understand the FBI is aware of the incident. Again, this is a search ongoing. It is primarily happening in a wooded area just adjacent to a shopping center, again in the area of Route 206 in Falcon Road. At this point, officials not.
Dude, it's like a fucking search unit off of the show 24. They got hazardous material people there, feds. They're out on ATVs trying to find this thing. What's going on, man? We might actually really be under a threat, and they just don't want to tell us.
Yeah, I'm sick of government.
But plane traffic hasn't been being diverted.
Yeah, I'm sick of government, man. Government is fucking full of shit. I was watching that that Samuel the Bull
Is your
interview,
head
by the
okay
way.
after
Not Samuel the Bull, John Gotti Jr.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah, I watched some of it, and I was like, all I kept thinking when he was like, "Oh, Gotti, he went against his rules. He would only bring guys that serve prison time with him." I was like, he should have used that rule for you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? For Gotti Jr. too. Like, what the fuck?
Even his best guy he did time with, the Indian guy that he ended up killing. Right? He did time with him. He was an informant for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, it's hard to do time, man. Like, to do time is not, you know, the world is just moving.
And not time, do forever. Like, that's your new existence.
Right. I think when you're young, you're in your teens, you're in your 20s. To do like 2-3 years, that's nothing, bro. Like, you can't brag. That's nothing. Yeah.
Be like 50 with a bad knee, have some medications, and then get told you got to go do 80 years.
Right. Or have, like, you know, be on top of your game, have a bunch of bad bitches on the street. Like Nikki Bonds, you go to do time, everyone fucking your girls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everyone just forgets about you.
Yeah. Your commissary empty. You're like, yo, what the hell? What is this shit? Yeah. Nicky Bonds was funny because he held it down for a while. Then he was just like, yo, all these guys are fucking my girls.
When Fisher, is it Gary Fisher? I think Gary Fisher is it?
Guy Fisher, yeah.
Guy Fisher, yeah. When Guy Fisher pulls up on the fucking block, like, hey, look who I'm with. It's over. It's like they are glorifying the disrespect and they're humiliating you because they know you're in a cage and you can't do anything about it. That's how he felt. He was like, I'd kill you if I was on the street.
But it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm the last dude, like, rat shit and all that. I'm against it. But it's like, yo, there has to be honor both ways. I do agree with that. It's like,
I do too. Like, yeah, like imagine, yeah, dude. Yeah. Imagine you agree, you go away, and then they rob your house, fuck your girl, take your money, just don't give you anything. Yeah, your kids are fucking out in the streets. Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Yeah, I agree. Ozempic Spice.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Look at her.
Yeah, nice ass before. I don't know.
She's looking like Ariana Grande. Did you see her recently?
Yeah, Ariana Grande always looked kind of sickly.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see their chest plates and stuff.
She's not even like Ice Spice is not even really hot, but I just seen she's not hot at all, really. But when like some shit shaking her ass, and just like like my reptilian brain is like, okay, that looks good. Like the that sector looks at the butt. It is like,
yeah,
okay.
I'd prefer Doja Cat over her though. I actually think she at least has some talent too. But yeah, this is not cool here, man.
Doing meth or something. Huh?
I think she's on drugs.
I think so too.
I do. I think she's on drugs. I mean, you can kind of just look at her eyes. They're dark here. Like there was some light.
The chest too. You could tell the chest fat.
Yeah, that's fucking drugs. I bet she pops her titties out there flat. She smoked her tits off. Yeah, she's strung out. She's strung out. That's what's happening, man.
Yeah, you could tell on the left side she has like healthy fat in her face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Oh well, like she was a flash in the pan anyway.
Yeah, flapjack titties. You know, they smoked their tits off. I saw. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought. Oh, I saw a video of her. She was in. I forget what. She was in a studio with a couple rappers. I forget who it was. But she was acting so fucking ditzy, and like overly whorish, and they weren't paying her any attention, and she was acting it up, trying to get attention. You could clearly see it, and they were not giving her any, and it was driving her nuts. But this is on video, like in a fucking stream, and it was just, I was like, oh, she's all fucked up.
Yeah, that's what, you know. But if you think about it, them dudes have so much abundance that it doesn't matter. Like you have that much abundance, and I'm like, yo, I'm holding my cards. I'm not trying to be seen out here with these ratchet chicks. I'm trying to hold my cards and get a good high value actress or something.
Yeah, or just a regular chick that'll stay in the fucking house. That's
Right?
it.
Keep it. Yeah, like you know, you don't want your business out in the street.
Exactly. She don't have an Instagram account. She ain't gonna be tweeting about me and posting videos of me and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone getting divorced. Everyone screwed up. I saw a few months back when Natalie Portman got divorced. And it's like, yo, everyone's on these streets, bro. So from the actresses to the rappers to the everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, they're all exactly.
All on the street. You got Natalie Portman walking around here single at 40 something. Like, are you kidding me? So Brad Pitt, Angelina.
It is what it is, man. That's like we were talking about this on Second Renaissance with that 100 dudes in the day lady. They, you destroy them young, you get them to be openly sexual, young, promiscuous, and then they'll never be able to develop any meaningful relationships afterwards. Because women are like that. It just is what it is. They'll get yeah, it is what it is.
I actually like
the whole theory. I believe in a lot of that stuff, but yeah, it's even been like scientifically studied. They lose the ability to develop meaningful connections.
Yeah,
People are with.
I think they develop connection with like certain type of guy, right? And everyone else is like they fuck over, but that certain type of guy is impossible to really develop a true connection with. That's what I think. That's my hypothesis. Because I've noticed even the most whorish girls, they have one guy that they kind of could control.
Will always run back to.
Right, who could control them if he wanted to, but he's not gonna do that. He's running around, you know.
That happens a lot too. I've seen that plenty too. Yeah, she's always like she's just hoping one day he decides. Yep. One day.
That's why I love that movie Casino.
What a good woman I am if I just stick around.
Yeah, that's why I love Casino, because Casino's the truth. That shows you what it is.
Which scene or
no, just the way Sam Rothstein is giving this chick a safety deposit box, diamond, all this shit. He has a casino, the mob behind him, and then this dude from whatever, this like bummy dude just has her on lock. You know?
Yeah. He got mind control. Yeah, Lester Diamond. Lester Diamond. Yeah, I think she has a mother and a father, though, if I'm not mistaken. Someone needs to fucking put her in rehab, feed her some steak. Someone said Tim Waltz and his wife are like the super nice, quirky couple that you meet in the middle of a post-apocalyptic film. And about 15 minutes into your convo, you realize that they eat people. It's so true.
Look at those pretty sparklies you
2005. There. Here's Children Are Like Snowflakes. Each one is unique.
Right there. You're on a little rain at Roxanne's house.
All right. And here's Gus, your brother.
There, he made us that one from basketball.
When he was dunking. So anyway, hey, Hope, we got the final one. You're going to love this.
White ladies like this freak me out. Older white ladies like this freak me out. Because like their hair, she seems kind of fake. What's that? There was this show about like the fake, all the people were fake in the fucking neighborhood. They're all like plastic almost. What the hell was that show called? I forget. Someone in the chat might know.
Yeah, I would barricade.
They'll look like they have plastic hair. They're wearing a fucking mask. It's bright. It's like dead. I don't even know who you really are. I just know you're fake and probably hiding something.
Yep. She probably goes to those fucking eyes wide shut parties. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Basketball. You don't talk like that. That's a total act. You're crazy. You're putting on a whole fucking mask and an act.
Yes. toilet paper roll angel.
You made it.
He made Tim Waltz, the guy they just wanted as your vice president, made a toilet paper roll Santa.
That
made
looks
it.
like
Do you
something
see your
out of
little
the
hands
Wicker
here?
Man.
Hands on the
Are
back.
they-
They
What?
definitely eat babies. They definitely eat babies. Yeah. There was a Paul Walker movie where like the mob's involved somehow. They're on the run, and his girlfriend.
Is it Running Scared?
That's it. Yep, Running Scared. There's this like creepy creepy couple, who basically is running like a child abuse operation. They're like them. That's who they remind me of. The Running Scared couple. If anyone knows that couple, oh, it's creepy, but that's who they remind me of.
The angel wings.
So here we go on the tree.
Not on a real tree, but on this family tree.
Oh, imagine them hovering over some fucking kids. Here's your mayor. Shout out the mayor of New York City, finally fucking doing his job after someone fucking pulled his coattails.
Who had sponsors in this country that we have learned also from sitting down with him and a representative from the Biden administration that was there in the meeting as well. We have 500,000 children who had sponsors in this country that we can't find. We can't find them. We don't know if they're doing child labor. We don't know if they're doing sex crimes, or we don't know if they're being exploited. Of 500,000 children. There's a level of hypocrisy that everyone that states they want to protect everyone, but innocent individuals who are victims of crimes and children. I want to support and protect children.
It was 300,000 last month. It was 300,000 last month. Now he's saying 500,000. And the Biden administration was there. This is them. 500,000 missing children that they brought across the border. He goes into it. They were supposed to go into so-called like homes, whatever, people signing for them or whatever. And the people never fucking existed, or they're gone, whatever. So they can't track them. They're just gone. Poof. Could be anywhere, anything.
You know what the biggest thing that pissed me off recently with especially in New York City, but all the state laws, is the Airbnb shit. Like all those restrictions for Airbnb. I'm like, oh, they're just trying to make, because you know a lot of people work.
What are they? I don't even know about this.
Well, they put a bunch of restrictions on it to where in order to host an Airbnb, you need to meet all these requirements and pay some kind of registration for something. So basically it shut down a lot of different Airbnb hostings. But it used to be with Airbnb, effectively you could have just, you know, if you're working remotely or whatever, or on top of that, if you just wanted a place to stay, you could have just got an Airbnb and stayed there and not go through all that process of when you rent a place and they're checking all your income and then you have to make like 83 times this and all that stuff. You could bypass all of those checks, kind of. And you could travel around basically and just like take an Airbnb, you know, all over in the States or even international.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when they down
that's
on that,
what Airbnb was great for. That's what it was good for.
But I feel like they cracked down on that just to control us more, just to fuck us more, especially in New York City. So now you have to like really go through that bureaucracy with the, you know, there's a lot of places where you can't go yourself. You have to pay some stupid broker. Like you have to pay a broker fee to get an apartment.
Or they'll put your application through an AI background check type thing, and you'll just get knocked down immediately. You don't even get to like talk to the person, explain yourself. They'll throw it through some AI algorithmic application thing for like renting or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. But the worst one is you could be walking. This is New York City, most of it. You could be walking down the street. Oh, I want to stay in these apartments. Guess what? You cannot get in there without paying a broker.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I need a broker for if I I know the apartment?
I've never even heard of that.
No, that's almost every downtown apartment building or quote unquote luxury building and anything. You know, you have to pay a luxury fee. You can't even just go directly. So
yeah, the only way you get access even to that building would be the guys assigned to control it. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't
So
sound.
that Airbnb, that was another way just to control us, man. Just to like, yeah.
So you can even get into those apartments without going through the broker, doing it via Airbnb, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
If anywhere someone was hosting Airbnb, you effectively could just, go there, stay there for 5 months or however long you want, and
Yeah.
pay like almost basically the same you'll be paying as rent, or maybe even less sometimes. But they just they kind of cut that out effectively, and there's definitely the reason they did it is there was something. It was something to do with like the hotel lobbyists. Like there was like hotels. The hotels were angry at the whole Airbnb
I
setup.
bet.
Yeah.
Because they're way better than hotels. Hotels are, hotels are only good for a short-term stay. I've stayed in hotel rooms for months. Actually, like 2 months. I've done a month a few times, but it's only good 'cause you can like keep switching them, have them clean it and stuff. You don't have to really do shit, but it's too expensive and it's boring. Small. There's no matter what. Even when you get a suite, it's just too small. So you get sick of it real fast.
Yeah,
So
but
Airbnb
it's
good
definitely
for that.
just to have them come clean your sheets every day and all that shit. Like,
Yeah, that's like the only real perks.
yeah.
Yeah, so they were saying this guy, Josh Shapiro, ruled Ellen Greenberg's death as a suicide. She was stabbed 20 times in the neck, head, and chest. Do you guys know anything about this? Because so don't forget about the knife wound to the back of the neck that accrued after she was dead. They ruled it a suicide. She had 20 knife wounds and at least 11 bruises. Authorities say she killed herself. This is her with a wedding ring. Yeah, I don't know. I literally couldn't find why they're saying she was killed though, or if they just don't know. Like they're wondering.
Yeah, that's
But
sad. I warn women every day, dude. Like, there's a lot of bullshit out here.
did you guys see this? There was an Israeli national, very rich. He had access to all kinds of. He was a super high flight risk. He can't even get bail. This was just on the news last night. I saw. He can't even get bail because he has access to yachts, private planes. He's filthy. He's the elite from Israel. He just got caught here in America. I forget what state. You can look this up. I can pull it up. Him and his brother, serial apists, going around. They were on a fucking tear, thinking they could just leave and escape. Literally just got arrested for it. He was in a fucking turtle suit. He's in a fucking turtle suit. I know they have the one brother. They might still be trying to find the other brother. They might have no, but the one brother was in a turtle suit in front of the judge last night, yesterday, and was like, "My wife in Brazil is expecting a baby, and like any very soon, and she expects me to be there. Can I please get bail?" they declined it. He's not getting bail at all for flight risk reasons. Still surprising that they aren't giving him bail. I can't remember what state he was grabbed in, but
Well, I mean,
yeah,
anyone states that reason for bail, you're not going to get bail. That's an idiot. Like, if you tell your wife in another country is expecting a baby, okay, declined. Like, what?
yeah, I gotta
What are
go
you
to
talking
Brazil. I gotta go to Brazil.
But it also, like, I just am confused. Why? Number one, if they're moving like that, why are they? They could get whatever they want. Why? Like, I don't know. Why are they raping? I mean, aping or whatever.
Oh, that's the other thing. He's not a bad looking guy. He's in great shape, like tall, built, good looking dude. Honestly, like should have no problem. And he's filthy rich, no problem at all. So it's nothing to do with like just getting laid, unless he's like. But he has a wife too. So I was gonna say unless he's like a mental patient, but he seemed totally.
Remember,
It's absolutely just the power thing. It's the punishment, all that. They were sickos.
Yeah.
I'll look it
I
up
was
here.
I always tell people that
Cereal. They call him cereal.
I always tell people that, remember Ted Bundy had a wife and she was like, yo, I never seen that side of him. He treated me good. He was a good guy. You know, he just did that shit outdoors, you know. They get this like weird obsession, fetish, you know. So. Yo, we just need to like get into that community, bro. These guys just have private jets and all type of shit like that. Yo, how do I get tapped in? Goddamn.
Dude, and then I started when I saw that. I started thinking, I can't even find it, but it's in my likes. I'll find it. So I started thinking, how many of these, unsolved type of crimes, right, are just foreign nationals or whatever, right? Their DNA isn't on file, fingerprints aren't on file, and they just left. They do whatever they do while they're here because they know they're fucking foreign diplomatic immunity or whatever, right?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Makes me wonder.
Diplomatic immunity.
Like maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what this right here is. This lady getting stabbed up and they're like, suicide. Because some foreign diplomat did it and they don't want it to come out. Maybe that's what they're actually. Oh, so remember I told you about the homeless guy just sleeping in Creepo? I'm not going to play it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know some people might not believe me. Yeah. Insane.
Society's done, man. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no thought about it. There was no contemplating it. It was just like, as soon as he saw it, beeline right towards it and did it.
There's a lot of these.
I didn't know that this exact freestyle was about Remy Ma. Though, like, I've heard it. I never knew it was specifically to Remy Ma about Papoose. It absolutely is. Yeah. And it's funny when you know that now. I listened to the whole thing.
It's so tacky.
Oh, the funny thing is, Clarissa got some dick and turned girly.
Well, as much as she could.
As girly as she could. Yeah. Clarissa got some dick and turned as girly as she could. All of a sudden, she got all fucking red bottoms and shit. Where are they? She got them on. Oh, that's funny.
That Papoose guy, yo, even in the text that was exposed, is like Clarissa was telling him what to do. So he likes that.
Yeah, I think now, because I was always saying, I literally said, man, if Clarissa wrote this, she could probably just be the best female rapper. She could probably just take over the female rap game and she'll beat them up. But now listening to it, I'm like, oh, Papoose wrote this for her. I can even hear Papoose in it now that I know. I'm like, oh. But Papoose could write for her to destroy Remy Ma. Someone was like, where's the rest of your kids at, Dwayne? Why is this the only child y'all parade around? They're calling us their daughter. Well, Gabby, where's your actual daughter at, Gabriel?
These dudes are sick, man.
So sick. I mean, think of this boy right here, this young boy. He don't want to be doing this. I promise you. I promise you.
By the time he gets, he's so far down the rabbit hole of confusion. I honestly think it starts with Gabriel Union saying, "Oh, why are you playing with the army man or something like the army's toy? Play with the doll." Like I think they just
probably does. Yeah, probably does.
Yeah, they start to do this bullshit. These kids are so confused. So
yeah, because that's what that was gonna be my. You went to the same place I do. I was gonna be. I guarantee when he was a little boy, he liked playing with GI Joes and stuff. But now they have him doing this. Yeah. Oh, little Dirk got hit with another murder charge.
Yeah, he's finished. He's cooked. Forget about him.
Yeah, another murder charge. The killing of the guy who killed his brother.
Mm-hmm.
He also killed. So one of his guys is clearly talking, and they said, "Yeah, we did this one too. This is why," and all that.
If King Von was around, King Von would have already been arrested for like 16 murders. Then I'm sure would just like say, "Oh no, I did those too." And
dude, he definitely would. He definitely would have took those.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't already have some old guy
like in prison to not they can't come out and be like, no, I've been ordering these from in my cell. Like, what are you talking about?
Like that dude in The Wire. Like you ever watch The Wire? Bay?
Yeah, exactly. Can I get some? Can I get some more potato salad?
Yeah, that's fucked up though, man. Like sometimes when I look at that, I'm like, yo, I'd never make mistakes like that. This guy threw away his life. Like you could have just moved a little bit better, man. Like what company card?
Yeah, he didn't have to do much different.
Why are you charging this stuff ski mask on a company card, man? Like, what are you guys doing?
Salute Jackson. What's going on, Jackson? Wading that broad scumbags of earth. Yeah. I mean, I feel him for getting revenge for the guy who killed his brother. And he didn't get like caught for that one. He did that one well until one of his buddies fucking snitched. But yeah.
It's all rats, man. Too many rats.
And there's going to be more coming down. There's going to be more coming down. They're telling everything.
What I think it is
and
that
not just on him, on all the guys around them. Like, there's going to be so many people getting arrested off of this.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? I think once King Von left, King Von was the one who really had the street respect. So I think
it was. He's the one who scared them. They were scared of him.
Everyone looks at this guy just a bag or whatever, but King Von had the actual, fear. So
yeah. And they actually looked up to him. They had fear, and they were like, "No, I'll get behind him. I know he's gonna do what he says." Yeah.
That dude was near a serial killer, bro. Like King Von was there was something wrong with him. So
yeah,
he crossed
he's
over
a little old. They
serial
said
killer.
his family might have been his cousin or something, but some of his family said he was worse as a kid. They knew since very young something was wrong with him mentally. He was like a little. They thought it was way worse when he was a kid. They said he was way worse mentally, like just fucking cooked or whatever. A little mentally ill, schizophrenic, whatever the hell it is. But it wasn't that. He just had he had something wrong with him.
Yeah, if you see a kid torturing animals and shit.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. A little off. I've seen plenty of kids like that growing up, and it never turns out well.
Can you imagine though? Whenever I see that, I just imagine because I'm sure you've been around street shit before. I always imagine, can you imagine going to prison in your late 20s, early 30s, like going to prison for real, like your bank account being eaten, everything being eaten, your apartment getting taken? That shit's crazy. So
his teacher's big as hell and punched this little student. He got fired. He punches this little kid. The kid's like, "We're going to the office." That's what the kid says. We're going to he's the teacher. The kid's like, "We're going to the office." Yeah, can someone tell me what is wrong? Drugs. Damn, it's fucking drugs. Yeah, here it is. Little Dirk reportedly been indicted with another murder for hire charge for the killing of Stephen Mack. It is believed that Mack was killed as revenge for the death of Little Dirk's brother, D-Thang. He raps it. He admits it in his rap. It's clear as day. Little Dirk has reportedly been indicted with another murder. Yeah, for D-Thang. I don't know who that Stephen Mack guy is, though.
yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, he had to do it.
Yeah, I don't see. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. So GG Puke, I don't know, Dump Street Gang. GG Puke is the guy who killed D-Thang. Oh, this is Stephen Mack. Okay, I even hit this. I didn't even notice what else. I guess I didn't forget. And according to the FBI, he's already locked up fighting a double homicide. Whoa, no, this can't be the guy who killed D-Thang then. What? How is Dirk charged with killing the guy who killed his brother if the guy who killed his brother is in prison? according to the FBI.
Yeah, who knows? There's a lot of fake news out here. Who knows what's...
Or maybe this might be the guy who actually pulled the trigger, or one of the trigger men. It might have been two guys or something too. He might have killed another one of the guys who did it. Doesn't mean it's just one.
Yeah, that come up to get out of the hood is the most dangerous part. A lot of people died just getting out. That's why Chief Keef just left. You know.
Yeah, Tommy Sotomayor was going off on ESPN chick Jamel Hill. That's funny. So the only reason people know you is because you're the angry racist lady. I was like, that's the only thing I do know about her. That's all I know of her. That's it. Kind of close. Who wins? Mayweather, angry British mob. Shout out BDA.
Mayweather's trying to get land in Israel.
He paid, do you think? Hillary, yeah, that's what they're saying. Come on, past 12. Anywhere. Anybody. It ain't just the police you gotta worry about. I mean, it was his own people who fucking got him caught up with the police. Because it is what it is. Police really weren't doing nothing. If that guy didn't, the dude who used that company card did that on purpose. He did that. He's already, that guy was, I guarantee that's how it goes. He's already talking to some fucking agent who's telling him, he's reporting back to this agent, Dirk told me this, Bubba, or they're reading it in real time, probably. So the guy just hits him up. Like, I know he said don't use a company card. Use his fucking company card. That's how we're going to attach little Dirk murder to the company and be able to seize and link his legal money with his criminal money so we can seize all of it. That was a clear instruction given for him to use that card. Because he had a clear instruction from Dirk not to use it, and he still did. So, you know, that dude, yeah, sold him the fuck out. Whoever was the one who was swiping that card is the biggest sellout. He's the one everything needs to be hit. He's the one, the main one. He was talking to some agent for sure. That wasn't an accident.
Yeah, I never knew how much these informants make. Like, these guys are getting 4 or 5K a month, 6K a month. You know, nice.
Yeah, some of them get more than that, but
yeah, they get a nice apartment, all type of shit.
Yeah, that's yep. They'll set you up. And this is Quando. He just like kind of beat a case today. Dirk's getting hit with murder charges. He's walking out smiling the same time.
Savannah rapper Quando Rondo is in high spirits after being sentenced to 33 months in federal prison Wednesday afternoon. A win for the rapper, who faced up to 5 years. Family and friends piled outside the courthouse to support Rondo. The sentencing comes after he pled guilty in August to drug conspiracy charges.
I did the wrong thing, and I'm getting punished for it. So I want y'all to know that you actually get punished for doing wrong things. Just do the right thing.
Rondo telling WJCL 22 News exclusively he's grateful for the sentencing, saying it gives him time to better himself.
As crazy as it sounds, that's enough time to really sit down, rehabilitate myself, come up with some better plans, come out and move forward for my family and friends.
In a statement to the judge, Rondo talked about wanting to be a better role model for his fans.
You could do something way more better and positive and show the kids this is cool. Going to school is cool. Playing football from little league to middle school to high school is cool. Doing the right thing and walking down the right path is cool.
Rondo setting his sights on the future.
What's the future hold for Quando Rondo, of course?
Platinum records, diamond records, and more money. You dig?
He said, I can go do shows now. I can go do shows now. When they finally put them fucking demons away, I can go make money. That's so fucked up. He gotta go do time. He ain't never been so happy. He gotta go do some time. He ain't never been so happy. He's gonna go chill in a safe cell somewhere, wait for Dirk and all his guys to get cleared off the streets, and then come out. And
33 months. He'll be out like in a couple of years.
And I think he already did. He might. No, he's been out. They'll. Yeah, he'll get that. Yeah, he'll be out in no time, man. He'll be on the 11 months. There you go. He got cleared up. Yeah, this dude. White shirt, got hands. He does too. He's like an MMA guy or something. He does a little training. You can tell. Oh! Oh, I didn't even notice this. Dude's leaking already. Dude is already leaking. He's striking, distance control. Look, he's posting up on him. Distance control.
The other dude doesn't even want to fight.
No, he doesn't really, but I think he did start it because everyone cheers. Drills him. Swats his guard down. Posts up again. Drills him again. Yeah. Oh, there you can see his face there. Yeah. He's definitely busted. He got a cut on his cheekbone. His eye looks closed. His nose looks bloody. Got some blood in his mouth. Oh, good one. Get him, nailed him.
Yo, he got fucked up, man.
Yeah, he did. He beat the shit out of him for sure.
And it's like clean cut dude too. He's like clean cut. It's like dudes try to mess with Wonder Boy or something.
Yeah, he probably was being a dumb drunk and they weren't having it. But he definitely wasn't trying to fight either.
Yeah.
But he did walk forward at times with his hands like out, like he might have. If he got near him, he might have grabbed him. You know,
yeah, it might have been one of those start trouble, then realize what it is, then be like, "Yo, chill."
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah. Oh man, this is fucked up. This is from my state, right? Whoo! Oh my God, the people Biden is pardoning is fucking disgusting. So, dude, his family's taking bribes. Heartbreaking moment. Sandy Fonzo, Italian woman, confronted a judge who was part of the Kids for Cash scheme, where two judges, Pennsylvania judges, were receiving millions of dollars to send kids to for-profit prisons. Her son ended up committing suicide. Biden just commuted these fuckers.
Civarella. Now, her son and
actions. You need to be. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Do you remember my son? An all-star wrestler? He's good. He shot himself in the heart. You scumbag.
A heartbroken, really an outraged mother lashing out at former Judge Mark.
They wouldn't last a fucking week. They wouldn't last a week on everything. If I ever encounter one of those judges in the free world, it's on site. On site. They did this to so many kids. Hundreds of kids, teenagers. And then even when it was clear they shouldn't even be in these places, they would not let them out. They made it so hard to get them out because every bed that was full was a check. Every week or every day, you get a check from the state, taxpayers. They were literally just stealing your fucking kids, putting them in these homes, juvenile detention centers with fucking psychopaths everywhere. I mean, I literally was in these facilities in Pennsylvania. They're off the goddamn chain. And if you aren't built for that shit, it's going to be bad for you. Luckily, it was like kind of a vacation for me. I'd go in and just play basketball and hang out. But it was fucked up for some people, man. So it was bad. It could have been really bad. But yeah, and depending to what facility, these dudes are demons. And to pardon a guy like this, to pardon these, like, this is the person who was actually like enslaving children, not just some guy who was writing something on paper and didn't exactly know what he was involved with. This is the judges who knew exactly what the scam was. It was their scam. I mean, again, they wouldn't last a week. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. We'll see. I promise. Yeah, I'd love to run into one of them. Hope I see one at a fucking hotel lounge somewhere. Sim Luigi's brother Mario. Facts. Facts. Check this out. Bricks. There's a few things about some bricks here. So, some Florida fishermen caught 55 pounds of coke worth 1.7 million. That fluctuates, but a lot of fucking coke. He immediately called the police when he found the packs. Authorities believe these belong to the cartel. Do you think he found like 110 packs of keys? You think he found 110 bricks? And only reported 55, so the cartel doesn't murder him?
Listen, I flipped that slowly.
What an asshole! First of all, what an asshole!
Listen, you put that in your basement, you flipped it, you get that off slowly. You feel me?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I. That's it.
You wouldn't have to work again. That's the end.
Ever. No, this is just your retirement fund, bro. This is welfare. You got welfare. You just post up at bars every few months, go move a little stuff, go chill. You can just forever, slowly cut the shit out of it, burn all the packaging, and you have to cut it though. You have to, because God forbid you do accidentally. You can't ever move. If they these guys know the exact chemical composition of their stuff. That's how they can track it. Like, so if there's a guy who pops in an area that has a lot of weight, and it's like, where did that come from? They will send someone to go purchase some. And then they do this. This happens. So, I mean, just change it up a bit, throw some cut on it. That's all. But that's exactly what you do. That's the only thing you do. I can't.
You have the right contacts. Everyone wants. If you have the right contacts, you know what to do with that. Like you know, you could get it. You could get it off your hands for a lot cheaper. The thing is, you just got to be careful to not let anyone know where you got it and all that. Because even if you know, like, someone used to be your boy or someone used to be your people at once upon a time, you know, you have to be careful.
Trust no one.
Yeah, you have to be careful at saying. You can't try to. There's no way you could really unload it all at once. You're gonna have to really do it over time. So if you try to unload all that shit, you're gonna end up dead. You're gonna have a home invasion. So
yeah, you can't do that. It's like you said, it's a slow thing. And you know, down the road, you might be able to, you know, find a good guy you trust in you. But he don't ask no questions. You don't even really know him. He don't even really know you, and you just move shit together. That's the best scenarios.
if you have manpower, if you have a bunch of guys, a bunch of guns, you can find a way to contact them and be like, hey, I got your shit. I heard it's worth 1.7. I'll give you it back for 1 point. Just show up with a bunch of guys with guns.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm worried about tracking, right? But I'm imagining if it's floating, why hasn't it been picked up? But I'm ripping it out them packages and just dumping it, and then getting them packages are gone. So there ain't no tracking it. I'm aware of that. It's coming right up out of them wrappers. Fucking box cutter, long ways. Woof! Slicing it right open, dump, next, slice, dump. That shit'll be fast. I'm moving.
Yeah, you start moving. It won't be long before someone tries it. Like another dealer's gonna try your shit and be like, "Yo, where you got this from?" From whoever they try it from, and be like, "Yo, where you getting pure shit from it. If you don't cut it, like you said, they're gonna be like, yo, where the hell you got this from? And slowly they're gonna, people are gonna start to ask some questions. So
This is bricks they just seized in Peru. They're shipping them from Peru with swastikas on them. Yeah, I've never seen that
they
ever.
cut it out their customer base, bro.
I don't know that. Like, it has to be a new cartel, honestly, because that's whose mark is that? I've never seen that.
It's probably,
ever.
you know what the funny part is? It's probably Jews. Jews pushing it.
Dude, probably that's fucking hilarious. You're probably right. This is classic. Seen the Sinaloa mark, Tijuana mark plenty times. I've never saw the no swastika. I never knew if Bill Gates was Jewish or not. I always assumed he actually wasn't myself. Turns out he is. He is.
He's just a white guy.
I thought he was just a white guy too. No, he is Jewish. He's a Maxwell. He's a Maxwell. He's actually a Maxwell. No, his mom's last name. She's actually Jewish. Maxwell. Yeah.
I mean, whatever, man. He did do whatever he did. So I don't feel like he.
Yeah, I never even worried about it because he's Bill Gates. It is what it is. But
yeah, he did like make his invention. So
yeah. But the answer, yeah, I guess the question is answered though.
That's why we got.
This is a CIA. This is from Sean Ryan. She's a CIA targeter. She's talking. She's CIA. I believe her and Sean Ryan, who was CIA, worked together actually.
We have not had a man walk up to a building with a suicide vest on in the United States. Americans don't understand this. Al-Qaeda knows this, right? So this is new and innovative, especially now. You don't have to walk upside of the building. You can walk in the building because of the advancement of the... We have not had a man walk up to a building with a suicide vest on in the United States. Americans don't understand this. Al-Qaeda knows this, right? So this is new and innovative, especially now. You don't have to walk upside of the building. You can walk in the building because of the advancement of the vest. The other thing is, in the United States, we haven't had Fideian attackers. So the concept is the terrorist fights to the death. So he's not exactly a suicide bomber, but he will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead. We think it's going to be a swarming attack, right? Multiple different attacks at one time across multiple cities. We think there will be suicide bombers just because some of the attackers went through suicide bomber training and they have these vests. And then we think there's these Fideian attackers who will carry on until they're killed.
You just rephrase that. So these guys are trained and they are going to fight until they're killed.
Yes, and that matters, right? So I was watching this video, and it was a suicide bombing in Kabul years ago.
It's what they're like the October 7th style attack, like raids or whatever, in various different cells and plots, and again, maybe just shooting up a mall or raid on a concert or something like that. Just for mass violence, mass terror, different waves. Over a period of time, differing cities create mass freaking chaos.
I don't believe her. I think it's bullshit. I think they're just gonna target Jews, yo. I don't think they're. I swear to God, I don't think they're really just targeting anyone like that.
You think that's why they targeted the World Trade Centers? They thought they'd get them all, but they intercepted their communications and gave out word with Indigo and didn't show up.
Yeah, it was like, yo, never. What's that quote? Never waste a crisis.
Again?
Yeah, never waste a good crisis. So whenever they got word of it, Evie J just called out of work. So. Because that thing was all weird too. You don't remember the guys, like there was like Israeli guys on vans like dancing and stuff?
Yeah, I was watching it last night. I was just watching it last night.
I'm like, who really did this? I don't know.
Yeah, I saw. Dude, I was just watching last night, and I might have it in my likes here. I probably do. I've heard about the Israeli art students. Yeah, I didn't know the details to what they were in the floors, right where the plane hit, and they were dealing with explosives.
I know is that
it's so crazy.
All I know is that they were like on top of cars dancing, got arrested, and then were released, and I'm just like, wait, what? Like, how does this? This doesn't make sense. So.
The FBI has stated that at least 1,000 known terrorists are currently roaming the United States, like actual flagged known terrorists who were on actual watch lists had encountered at the border, like, and then claimed asylum or whatever they did, and then got released. Isn't that fucking crazy? They're on terror watch lists, and then you encounter them, and you're like, "Oh, okay, you're good to go. I guess you changed, right?"
They're too busy. They need to focus on what's going on out there in the Middle East. They need to
not, yeah. No one. We need to not focus.
They need
Check
to
this.
stay out there.
This is minnows, live, really baby minnows, with some caviar, egg, maybe some soy, green onion. And you eat it alive. You eat it living.
No,
I've
I'm
seen
good.
this delicacy. If there's any Asians here, they'll know this. It's like a delicacy type thing.
No, I'm good.
I'm not eating it, but I bet it ain't that bad.
Sometimes the stuff isn't that bad, but a lot of these like Chinese delicacies, I don't know, man. Like a lot, there's a lot of raw stuff going on. The egg, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't eat the raw egg. These videos made me start throwing egg in like ramen, but I don't. I cook it.
Yeah,
I saw parts of the thing with the USS Liberty and Candace Owens. I mean, I know the story, so I don't need to watch any more of it. But I hope other people do. But yeah, I saw some of it. Yeah, it was pretty horrific. Pretty horrific. But I saw I saw Ben Shapiro. He challenged Ben Shapiro to a debate. One of the survivors. He challenged Charlie Kirk or Shapiro to a debate because they both say that it's clear to them that they didn't know it was an American ship. That Israel wasn't aware it was an American ship, and Shapiro passed off a conspiracy that he goes, there is a conspiracy out there. He mentioned it could be he goes, it's a conspiracy that it may have actually been the Egyptians who attacked it and then spread that it was the Israelis, or maybe dressed up planes like the Israelis. I was like, damn, man. It's pretty far. Because they were in communications for days. Like,
but the Israelis are the boss. You know that, so they tell our president what to do. So
yeah, that ship had recorded. It wasn't just to start for like a false flag. It wasn't just that. The ship also recorded transmissions that Israel didn't want recorded.
Yeah, Israel's the boss, man.
It definitely is. Oh, I think this is about it right here. Oh no.
We need to start all acting like Mayweather. Mayweather wants land in Israel. Like he wants he wants to be on the winning side.
This is what someone was asking about earlier. I think this is Travis Hunter, right? Is this Travis Hunter? I feel bad for bro. You can tell he's ignoring the warning signs because he just wants a girlfriend, wife. His dad ain't put him on game. Sometimes you got to let them bump their head, then help them afterwards. Because if you warn beforehand, they might confuse the message with being a hater. All very true. All very true. But she got a money tattoo on her ring finger, dude. Like, oh, come on, bro. And she said publicly the first time she met, she didn't like him at all because he wasn't her type. She didn't know who he was. She finds out who he was, and she's like, yeah, I love him now. I want to marry him.
Exactly.
This is fucked up.
No, it's not, man.
But women ain't predators, though, right? You know what I mean? So, like, if you want to like I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If you want equality, well, then, I mean, hey, if the woman agrees to it, then it agrees to it. So I could dominate her however I want or whatever, right? Because that's what's happening here. She's predating on him. You know, she's predating on him, and he's, you know, young, dumb, naive, getting some
That's
pussy.
good. That's good, you know. There's nothing new under the sun. There's been Marks forever. There's been Johns forever. So that's good.
Oh yeah.
Ugly ass dude. It's just like the other dude with Dre and Michelle. It's like these dudes are idiots. So I mean,
Think of how lucky she is, though, because he loves her. He
Of course.
spotted her out and was like, "Yo, someone go talk to her for me." Blah blah blah. So she, for whatever reason, he liked her.
and she's like a basic, like you could find 1,000 of her in the Bronx.
Exactly.
1,000.
Exactly.
Even better than her.
She's like a 6.
She's
With them, she's like a fucking 6.
Basic Boricua.
And he got sprung on her for whatever reason. She did it for him. She didn't even like it, but she knows that too. Like, oh, he sprung on me. I got it. Marriage, wedding bells in the future.
Yep. She's gonna be pregnant ASAP.
A money sign on her ring finger. A whole fucking arm sleeve. She got a Joe Rogan sleeve with a money sign ring finger.
Tattoos look nice though. I ain't gonna lie. They look like well done.
I don't like it. I don't like them. No, I don't.
It looks like vivid colors, like someone took their time.
Like the peacock, woman's peacock. Yeah, you gotta. It sucks, but you gotta let him bump his head, man. I mean, you can talk to him. She's gonna put him through hell. She's gonna empty his bank account.
She's gonna be pregnant like in a month. Watch.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's happening. Yep. You nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
Smart tiger.
Yeah, it knew a cobra. It was like, oh shit.
I'm good.
What up, technique? That's interesting. Cobra's like, yep, I can do whatever I want with you.
That shit has venom, man.
A cartel feeding people to tigers.
Oh, God. Would you rat in this position? Would you rat at this point?
and this thing is fat. Look how fat. Oh my God, man. They're feeding a lot of people to these bad boys. Of course you're at. Of course. Like, I mean, it depends what it is. Is it the whereabouts of your kids or whatever? I guess it would depend, but how this is like taught to CIA. Because there's that one movie. There's a movie about the CIA farm. Where Al Pacino's in it. The guy gets dropped out of the CIA, but Al Pacino, who's a traitor, makes him work for foreign governments, whatever. But in the farm, they run this, like in the movie, they run this drill to see who will snitch and who won't. And I think he ended up breaking because they like kidnapped him and just tortured him until he broke. Then they're like, everyone breaks. Everyone will break. Like everyone's gonna. You're fucking like unless it's a very rare exception. Like again, the whereabouts of your children or something, because they can always just
talk about. Is it called The Rookie or some shit like that?
There's a terminology about.
It's like with Keanu Reeves, right? Or
no, it's not Keanu Reeves.
It's some dude. But at the end, Al Pacino is bad at the end.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah. I know you. No, it's not Keanu Reeves. It's the what's that dude name that's in the Total Recall reboot? I forgot that dude's name.
I can't even remember the guy's face.
The dude that played Alexander. He's the dude that played Alexander.
Recruit.
Yeah, the recruit.
That might be
the recruit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then he's like going.
Yeah, he's like everyone breaks. Yeah. Colin Farrell. Is that who it
Yeah.
was? That's who it was, huh?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie. Yep, that one. The tiger's gonna take his time. There's another one over here. They have a white one too.
I think
They got a white one.
I would like to think that I wouldn't rat just because I know they're gonna kill me anyway. But if you look at
Yeah.
these cartel murder videos, it's just so they like dismember you and then burn your balls off, and it's like, yo, what the hell, man? I don't know if you. I think you just start screaming and saying anything at that point. Shit.
This is when they're just getting creative now. Like they're just having fun now.
Yeah, you need
This
a
is
cyanide pill for that because if I get in that situation, I mean, shit.
Yeah, they're just being sadists, having fun. They're definitely getting enjoyment out of this. But there's those guys who are like arrested hitmen, like from arrested here that have been interviewed, and they talked about this Zetas having battle royales. They would go kidnap a bunch of fucking men off the street, throw some weapons in a field, and make them all fight to the death. The last one living, they would offer to join. They'd give them an offer to join them. And money and stuff. They take care of the winner.
Shit, at least they
But
give.
yeah.
I could appreciate that. Fuck. At least you have a chance.
A chance. Yeah.
They used to kill everybody, so.
Yeah, they because they just went totally. I mean, like full-fledged control of an area, rampage, sadist, doing whatever. Like their wildest childhood violent fantasies. Like, let's see what'll happen here. I wish they were. I'm sorry, it might be nuts, but I wish them fucking battle royales were on video.
Yeah.
But it's documented. They've done this numerous times, and they've been recently discovering there's a forest down there they use to bury mass graves.
Oh God.
Yeah, and they've finally they got people to start digging in the area, and they're finding so many. There might be 2 here and 6 here and 3 there, but there's like a 96 here, 134 here. Also, they're just everywhere. It's nuts.
Yeah, when you're playing the game at that level, you do not get caught. Just shoot it out to the death, man. Do not.
Oh, they were terrorizing though too. That was just pure savagery. They were just terrorizing villages, killing everyone and everything. That's why there's some of the villages down there took up arms to fight against them and like guard their own village with sandbags, checkpoints. They cartel it out themselves, and then they start trafficking because they need more money to keep up the fight. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
But that's where a lot of these people go wrong. Is like they go too far. So you get the people so scared that they feel like, yo, it kind of reminds me of like pirates. There'll be certain pirates that they put the black flag and they know, okay, that guy is gonna kill everybody. So that everyone's gonna fight you. Everyone's so scared, even a coward is gonna become brave because they're like, yo, I'm not gonna get captured. So,
yeah, they're gonna skin me alive. Screw
yeah,
it.
if you exhibit some fairness, it'll be a little bit better because then people will just say, okay, they're fair. I heard if you get captured, he'll let the innocent people leave or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just killing everybody, bro. Like eventually everyone's just gonna turn against you. So
100%.
That cartel stuff is just I don't know what to make of that. That stuff is just insane, dehumanized. I think they're all on coke, like they're all high.
Oh, they're all on drugs. Yeah, all of them. All of them. If you can watch the videos of them riding around in their trucks and shit, they're sniffing meth and coke. All of them. Massive amounts.
Kind of brutality just on a consistent basis is,
Yeah, they've even they've talked about this with the guys in Miami that they brought here, like Rafa in Miami, who would just sit there and freebase all day, tugging and go psycho, paranoid, and kill people. Yeah, he was a fucking straight up crackhead. Like the guys that just got out of prison that were arrested for the Kiki Camarena stuff, they were all very well known. The guys that were Narcos, they were all drug addicts. They were all cokeheads and drug addicts. They didn't show it as much in Narcos, but they were all freebasers and Shit like that. Yeah. They did it all day, every day. The cocaine godmother, whatever, I can't remember her name. Griselda. They were all doing it.
Because I
All
love
the
seeing
guys.
when Skinny. Did you watch the Narcos? Was it season 2? The one with the skinny forgot his name, but like the skinny drug dealer guy.
The Mexican, yeah. I
The
know
Mexican one.
he
And
just got out of.
yeah,
He just got out of prison.
yeah. Oh yeah, he did actually. It's like I forgot his name, Raphael something, but then
Quintero.
Yeah, Quintero. But when he gets the dude from the Cali cartel, the gay dude that's full of himself, when he sits at the table with him and he's like, yo, if you come here, we're gonna get paid differently. We're gonna get paid kilo per kilo. You're gonna give us a kilo for each kilo you bring through here. I was like, yo, that's some bullshit. That was my favorite scene, man. He was like, of course it didn't last too long, but that was some bullshit.
No, but that's how they built their power. Because instead of just getting a little bit of money per key, they were like, we want paid in coke because we can turn that into more money.
Yep. He's like, yo, for
Cash.
every kilo you give us a kilo. Straight up. Shit. But if you pull a move like that on a cartel boss, you gotta know somewhere down the line that resentment, he's gonna find a way to kill you. So
Absolutely.
down the line. So
yeah, it's kind of overplaying your hand. If you ever listen to the phone calls between the twins from Chicago and El Chapo, it's actually pretty comical how it's every average ass drug dealer's phone call over. It's the same exact thing. Chapo's just worrying about paying the Colombians. Did you sell my shit yet? I need my money. Did you sell my shit yet? My plugs, the Colombians are calling me. The Colombians want their money. Over and over. He ran some good extortion schemes, though. He'd supply you and then send his crew to rob you, rob the stash to get you in debt to him. Yeah, pretty grimy there. He did it to everybody. That's how he had everybody in debt because he would rob his own stash that he sent to you. Pretty fucked up. That way,
you ever seen the one?
You owe me. You got to pay me $8 million back. You haven't paid it back yet. I'll kill your whole family if you don't pay me my money. Do what I say. That's how he got him.
And you know what the age-old tale is of with narcos is whoever's the top security guy, this top enforcer, always it's like Star Wars. It's like the fucking what do they call it? Like the dark side guys. Like whoever's the top security guy for the narco guy is always gonna betray him and make his own cartel. It's like that shit happens 1,000 times. The funniest one is the one, I'm sure you've seen it, the one with the guy with the clown mask who like walks in and just straight up assassinates somebody. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember.
There's a dude, I forgot what cartel, what enforcer group.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But they got him too. I think they got him and they killed him brutally.
Yeah, they did.
So.
And they actually got his girlfriend too, and there was like dozens of guys tortured. Yeah, the twins actually tell the story of him. Yeah, they knew the guy. It's on YouTube on a channel.
Yeah, I think his girlfriend and shit was posted to IG. Like I think they were posted to IG. Him too. They were like posting gold guns.
They were. Yep, they were. High profile as hell. Yeah, he says the one twin.
Oh yeah,
it's
the
evil,
anthrax.
pure evil, just a sicko. He said he was just a sicko.
Yeah, they were called Anthrax.
Yep, that's it. Chino Anthrax. That's who he was.
Yeah. But it's just so hilarious how it always happens the same way. It's just like in Star Wars where, okay, whoever's the evil guy, his apprentice is going to betray him. It's like whoever's your security, 100% this guy's going to betray you and start selling drugs. Like, I'll make his own cartel. So. That's probably what would have happened if King Von lived. Like, eventually he probably would have betrayed Dirk and just took all the manpower.
Oh man. Oh, this is so sad to watch right here. This was literally heartbreaking to me. I saw this earlier today, I think. It's remember when Australia was just as free as America, only with weird accents? That ended when they rounded up all the guns like they did Nazi Germany. They're oh that look at that M14. Beautiful. Just so your guns are everything. Like a nation's guns, a people's guns are their everything. If you don't have guns as a people, you have no control, no say in anything. No nation can ever give up their guns or should ever again. Don't ever let it go. You can't do it. You can't do it.
They effectively because I went to the gun range a little while ago. They effectively fucked all that shit over, bro. Because it's like they put so much bureaucracy to get a gun, especially in New York, places like this. They put so much bullshit to like get a gun like legally. That it's
California, no more than 10 rounds.
At least they get it. Over here in New York, it's just bullshit. Like it's such a bureaucracy that you'll be on a waiting list forever. So
yeah. Video is heartbreaking, man. Can't do it. Just fucking garbage can after garbage can. There's good guns in there too.
But here's the problem that people forget is that it's two wolves and a sheep versus voting for what's for dinner. So
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you have so many idiots that are just gonna vote your rights away anyway. So like guys like us is few and far between. Most of them are just gonna vote for all the shit. So that's a democracy. So
This dude says this is the new borders are. He said the Trump admin are going to deputize every American citizen to help find 340,000, 500,000 apparently missing children. I don't know how that would work, but he's talking about basically if you see something, say something type thing or do something.
40,000 missing children because we need the public's help on this. Every mom and dad knows what it's like. They have a gut feeling when they see something out there in the public that there's something ain't right with that child. So we're going to deputize every one of them to help us find these children.
All right. I don't know what deputizing or even that means, but helping them find children, yeah, for sure.
Isn't that like in the Wild West when you just
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can we use guns? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna go up to this dude with this little girl, right? And now he's gonna get violent with me, right? So can I have a gun? The left is
the numbers I'm seeing though is crazy. Like who are they kidnapping? Is it mostly like immigrants or migrants or people? Like are they actually kidnapping?
Well, they're just, I mean, some are obviously being exploited. Some are going into the sex industry, brothels. Some are going into child labor farms, picking veggies, running little machines, doing whatever. But some are in homes just chilling or whatever. But 500,000 are missing. They can't account for them, which they were supposed to be able to account for them. And they're just gone. Yeah.
That's insanity.
Absolute insanity. And this is even coming from the Biden administration as well.
That shows you that this is systematic. This is not underground.
No. And the twins, we were just talking about the cartels, but the guy asks him about human trafficking and like stuff all of that nature. Number one, he says he says it like it's nothing, but they have catalogs of young girls of all ages. The cartel leaders like buy them from. And he's like, yeah, he's like they're around. They look at them and literally order like because he lived with them for 6 months. They held him like a captive, but yeah, but as a worker, but still. And also asks him about the mass human trafficking. And he's like, as far as I know, Choppa wasn't involved in any human trafficking. I literally lived with him 24/7 for 6 months. He never talked about it. It wasn't like a thing. He's like, I'm sure maybe other guys do it. He's like, but it wasn't. That's not how they make their money. He's like, he didn't even have an explanation for who's fucking doing it. Like, so think of that, the mass human trafficking, 10 guys here and there. He's like, yeah, there's Mexicans doing that and stuff. Like, it's the little smuggler ops. But this mass, he's like, I have no clue. That wasn't their thing. It ain't their thing still.
Yeah, I think that shit is all just, first stop. It's like Tachomos and shit, and then the second stop is organ harvesting.
Yeah, it's stuff like it's bad. It's bad, man. Put it this way: we already know what these people are doing in the open. Okay, like what they talk about, promote, say they believe in openly. They'll just take it to the extreme a little bit, and behind closed doors, it's awful.
Yeah,
Check
I
this
think
fucking.
it's mostly like a lot of people think it's sexual. I think that's just like the secondary. I think the main thing is the organs. That's what I think.
Definitely could be.
The organ harvesting.
Not solely sexual, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It definitely isn't. There's too much going on. And organs are big business for sure as well.
And I give you permission that if you are going to someone's house who doesn't know how to cook, and I give you permission that if you are going to someone's house who doesn't know how to cook, bring your own dish. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm all about no regrets. And I give you permission.
This bouncy, kooky ass bitch. I swear to God. And what the fuck are people laughing at?
That if you are going to someone's house who doesn't know how to cook.
He's really like trying to like act black, but I don't know. She's like act like personable, like relatable to the.
I guess.
I don't know. But she just comes off very fake.
This is interesting. I wonder if they have, because my God, these people come across so fucking fake. Imagine if they are going to some firm who's supposed to teach you how to be relatable. And this is what they churn out. Like, they're so bad at their jobs because these people still, they're fucking fucked up. They don't even know what it's like to be relatable. You want to be relatable, you got to be real.
You know what I think, though, dude? The more the older I get, I feel like we see it like that, but the majority of people actually think they're relatable. Like the majority of Democrats
well, at least half, right? Half. How many? Because man, I remember back in like Bush Obama, right? That's who it was the first time. People were like, I don't know, or I'd like, or whenever Bush was running, the whole thing of Matt, he seems relatable. I'd like to have a beer with him, right? And then I heard that with Kamala too, like from women and stuff. They'd be like, I don't know, she seems cool. I'd like to have a Chardonnay with her. Like, that's fucking nuts. That's
they'll just go to.
That's what you care about.
They'll go to the South and put a hillbilly accent on, and people will buy it. It's crazy.
No ways tired.
I actually thought Bush Jr. was relatable just because it looked like he didn't give a fuck. So I
agree. He had DUIs, was a drunk. He's like, I'm trying to be a changed man, guys.
Out of all of them, I feel like if you had a drink of Bush Jr., he'll be like, yeah, it's all bullshit, man. I feel you. Like, all this politics is bullshit. He had Cheney doing everything, So
that's why he doesn't even do interviews. They're like, you got to keep him away from the camera. You got to keep, because he just disappeared. He just disappeared. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, so I heard I just saw on Patrick Bet David. There was, oh man,
really important guy. He's on like the House Intelligence Committee. Very important guy. He's in the government and everything. I could look this video up. But they showed him. They were just like, can you explain what this is, since I had someone so important on? And they played the clip of Bush Sr.'s funeral where Trump never showed up and there was like those envelopes passed. Did you ever see that clip of those envelopes passed around to the Obamas, to Clintons, to Bush Jr., Jeb Bush, and the wife? And they all, when they opened the envelopes, they just glance at it. All of them, when they glance at it, immediately get like a look of like, no, like anger, some sad, some scared. It's fucking crazy. Like, what are they all looking at? So they asked this guy that.
I never
And he's like, and this guy says, I've actually never seen this, and I'm just as intrigued as you. Like, what is this? He goes, do you have more footage of this? What was in there? And this, oh man, I'll pull this up. It's
never
not.
seen that.
You never seen this? Okay, let me see if I can find this here.
What did he tell them?
He didn't really know. But he's like, was Cheney there? Was Cheney there? Did he get one? So like to him, it let me know, to him, Cheney's very important.
Yeah.
Like
Cheney
crime
was,
syndicate, right? And there's the Obamas are there, the Bushes are there, the Clintons are there. Trumps are not there, even though they had invites. Yeah, this is Bush Sr.'s funeral.
yeah, Cheney was always seemed like the most powerful guy. He seemed like he was behind 9/11 too. But the Bush Sr. also seemed like, since he was also the CIA director, right? He seemed like he was a real high powered guy. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, I found the clip from Patrick Bet-David's show. Nice. Because they break it down. This is fucking crazy.
he told them the aliens are real.
So this is Jim Jordan, Congressman Jim Jordan. You'll know him. He's all over. But I'm like, thanks for asking him, because he had him on and he actually asked him a good question. But you can see on his face, he's like, what the fuck is going on there? He's a little scared. It's good.
Oh God.
I don't know if you've seen this or not. Maybe you can lower the audio a little bit, Rob. Increase it a little bit. This went viral. Everybody got an envelope. President Carter, that's Hillary, Bill. Jeb gets the same envelope. Mom shows it to him.
I'm not surprised Hillary held it down.
Reaction. Her reaction.
Well, the Bidens are in too.
And refresh my memory, was this at John McCain's funeral? Whose funeral?
George H.W. Senior.
George
Senior's
H.W.
funeral.
Oh, okay.
What is this envelope? Do you know anything
I
about
have
it?
no idea. I have no idea.
What would typically be an envelope like this where you're giving for Jeb to react the way he did for his wife?
Well, I mean, my first thought is, if I remember correctly, President Trump did not attend, or did he?
He did, but he didn't get an
I
envelope.
believe he ended up having to leave early for something. So
Yeah.
he did not get an envelope, but he was in attendance at the funeral.
Okay. I don't know. My first inclination was something about Trump, but I have no idea. What's your guess?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about, if you buy into the idea that there's establishment, anti-establishment, okay, it's fair to say Clinton.
Okay. So, yeah,
his first inclination was about something dealing with Trump, but then he ends up asking about Cheney. So let's see.
Obama, Bush, Biden, that's all establishment, right? They've been around for a while. Prescott, Senior, GW.
But
Jeb.
did Cheney get one too? I saw Dick Cheney there. Did he get one? Do you know?
I didn't see. I couldn't.
Okay.
Tell.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Obama doesn't have a big reaction. They're pros. Hillary Clinton, not big reaction. You know, you're seeing some of this stuff. Jeb's reaction, big reaction.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, you know, who gave the envelope? Do we know who gave the envelope to everybody? Because even Obama's got the envelope. You know what happens if you're receiving the envelope? If you're receiving the envelope, you're not the leader. If you're a handler, it's kind of like, you know, when they say, you know, hey, I just got a $250,000 check for doing XYZ. And then people say, yeah, I want to know who cut the check.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, who cut the check? Oh, the guy that cut the check is the guy I want to know, right?
Yeah.
Who's handing the envelopes over? It's got to be someone's assistant that's relaying a message. So who would that? Who's more powerful than those guys?
This is in the church service.
This is in the church service
at the funeral.
Is it kind of like it almost looks like, hey kids, this is your allowance. Man, I wish my allowance was bigger. What is this?
And remember, this is its senior's funeral. So is it some sort of instructions? You know, instructions or this is what you get, right? Because he's kind of like the Godfather. He was the fucking Godfather for a long time of that syndicate, dude. So when he dies, that's a big deal. There's gonna be like a power dynamic shift. I wonder what the instructions were. Someone saying we're in charge. I don't know. That's
I don't know, but Obama's reaction was interesting. He looked like he was a little bit I don't know, like resentful.
He tried to hold a poker face, but you could see he wasn't thrilled.
Yeah, he's kind of like, oh shit, you know, he's angry that he has a boss. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Jeb's mouth actually dropped as his mother rolled her eyes when they opened it. Like,
yeah, I'm not surprised Hillary had no reaction. I think Hillary's tougher than all of them.
Yeah, she's a fucking
evil as fuck. Like, she's like the top one.
Beast, bro. Still with the same smirk, just chilling. Like, oh, they're gonna kill my daughter.
Maybe you can lower the audio a little bit, Rob. Increase it a little bit. This went viral. Everybody got an envelope. President Carter. That's Hillary. Bill.
She's like, I'll deal with that shit later. I'll deal with it later. It ain't nothing. Here's Jeb. Here's Senior, or here's W or whatever, just W. But here's Jeb. The mother's in the middle, and you can see all their faces here.
Jeb gets.
George is trying to remain like stoic.
It's also weird too, because it's like
Dad's casket is getting brought by him at the exact same moment, dude.
But when they open the envelope, you notice they look at it, then they like try to close it right away. Like they try to get rid, like they try to close it. So it's definitely something sensitive too.
And they were able to comprehend whatever it all was very quickly.
Right, like it was like just a sentence or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
A fucking phrase or something.
Shows it to him. Look at Jeb's reaction and her reaction.
We got Bush.
He's trying to be like, I'm tough and strong. The mom's like, what? He's like, oh my God. What the fuck is that?
No, it's like order. What is it called? Order 66 or some shit. That's what
It reminds me of John Wick, like the council.
No, if you rewind that, if you look at Bush's reaction, Bush is like, oh fuck, party time's over. He's like, oh shit, I have to actually. Look,
Jeb's reaction and her reaction.
Once Bush saw it, he's like, oh fuck, I have to actually work.
Her reaction.
That's nuts. Yeah, he like freaks out. Oh my God. Yeah, thank God he ain't the fucking president.
Yeah.
He ain't the leader. Nothing. He ain't a leader at all.
Yeah.
It's senior's announcement telling him to do whatever Israel wants. Yeah, you're now owned by the Jews, goy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but like it's like some John Wick shit where some council sent
For
something
sure.
down. It is.
For sure.
And it wasn't a long message. It didn't seem personalized to any of them. They kind of all got the message very quickly as soon as they saw whatever it was.
Yep.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Politics. This is what my boys.
Your connections to the past are waiting.
They just said the Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah. For real.
But that guy was a dangerous guy, that Bush Senior. Like that.
Yeah, he was head of the CIA for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a very powerful guy.
I think he was still telling everybody what to do. He was definitely telling his son what to do. That's for sure.
Yeah, he was. I think he was like the god. He was the leader of his syndicate, like America or whatever, that establishment America. I do believe that. Because that whole clique was together. The Obamas, again, the Bidens, the Clintons, the Bushes.
Yep.
A dynasty. That shit went for, dude, that's one party rule for 40 years or whatever.
It was always weird how Michelle Obama and like Bush Jr. They seemed like best friends. They would always be giving each other candy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? So
yeah, they have Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, Obama's another dangerous one. Like, this dude is dangerous. He's very deceptive, very charismatic. So
you hear the stuff about this Luigi. People were talking about Luigi earlier, but apparently Luigi comes from a very rich political Baltimore, Maryland establishment family who has clear ties to the Pelosi family. Pelosi's father appointed his father to a political position in Baltimore City, in fact. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi says she never believed her two cousins, 12 and 14, about her brother raping them. Yeah, her two younger cousins have always said her brother was a rapo, but yeah. So the Mangione and the Pelosi family go way back in connections. It's all documented. He has the fucking news articles, the pictures, because it all comes right from the Baltimore Sun. The Baltimore Sun is actually a really good, reputable. Historically, it has been reputable newspaper, and easy to find records. It cost them like $17.99, I think you said. Got all the access, put their names in. Yeah, here's her brother getting fucking charged with rape. D. Alessandro is her maiden name.
that goes on a lot, though. I think that goes on a lot in families. You know, they be protecting the rapos. So
And he was the son. Pelosi's father was the Baltimore mayor at the time. He was the son of the Baltimore mayor, Pelosi's father. Yesterday, he was freed of rape charges involving two girl cousins, 12 and 14 years old. Yeah.
not surprised. That's especially the women of the household. They be protecting these chomos and weirdos.
Check this Ronald Reagan quote out, man. Nancy Pelosi is extremely evil. She comes from the Baltimore Democrat corruption machine, the D. Alessandro family. Both her father, Tom D. Alessandro, and her brother, Tommy D. Alessandro, were mayors of Baltimore, a well-oiled, corrupt Democrat family. And this Mangione's fucking family is in it too. Like, they're all through the Baltimore. Same, they're tied together.
Yeah, but would they use their son to do? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was like, what? I'll get to that. So here it is. Alessandro appoints mayor appoints contractor Mangione to an education board, a fucking bullshit political position on the education board, And they criticized him hardcore because he wouldn't even tell them what his plan was. Yeah. To better the school system or whatever. Yeah, it was clear just bullshit position. But yeah, why would they use like a family? So I was almost wondering what were they saying in the Mangione household over the last few years that he was hearing to where this guy must be really bad to him. You know?
I heard they said
Maybe
something.
maybe he thinks he's doing his family a favor.
Is it
You know, maybe they're about to get caught up in some insider trading.
Is it fake news? I heard something about his mother was like really sick and then they were denying her coverage. Some shit like that.
That's what my first assumption
Yeah,
was.
I heard something about his mother being like chronically ill, and in the insurance company, United Healthcare, just kept denying coverage and like requiring, like, making her jump through hoops and all that.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly what they do. So
yeah, he just crashed out basically.
Oh, I just showed the newspaper articles on X. I thought that was on the screen. Shit, my bad. But yeah, that's my first assumption. But it is crazy. Just like, man, what a small fucking world. And how does she explain this? She knows his parents very well. Pelosi knows Luigi's parents very well. Just that's like, even if she ain't involved at all, she has to watch this dude on TV who killed this CEO. Yeah, she knows his parents very well.
Yeah,
that gotta be.
We're gonna see a lot more of this. I think we're gonna see a lot more of this. It's gonna get back to like the 1929, the Great Depression, with all
It
the
is. Yeah.
and
That's why I was saying there's going to be even more fighters. A lot more dudes are going to be going into fucking fighting.
Yeah. Slap box, all the, but the criminal
girls going into sex work, guys going into violence.
Yep.
Gangs, fighting, all that stuff.
Expect all
industry's going to be booming.
Yeah, expect the drugs to come out, to stick up kids. Everyone's going to be robbing everybody. Expect all that, and expect a lot of crash outs, like people that, like a lot of people that don't care what's recording and anything like that. So
yeah, this dude BDA was telling me about this guy. He's like, the Tates are pornographers. Sorry to break the news to you. Nobody should take them serious. That includes politicians, influential personalities. Best part, they think they're Hugh Hefner. Not that he's any good, but they're worse than Larry Flint. He actually shows some. Oh yeah, he just someone asked me where did he get his money again. He just fleeced some shitcoin on his fans for $3 million. I mean, good for him. Take them for all they're worth. Fucking fools, but yeah. Oh, there was a funny video of Tristan Tate breaking down how to just human traffic. It was so funny, and it's a new one, like a new one. Oh, these are the man. You guys can't even see this stuff.
Yeah. I heard. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, these dudes are just sleaze bags. I saw something a long time ago of Andrew Tate describing how he would go on his girls, whatever girls he had in his crib, he'll like go on their profiles and talk to men and get them to send money. And I was like, yo, this is kind of, I mean, more power to you, but this is like slimy shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be preaching.
Yeah.
More power to you. I'm not gonna hate on a dude that the chick's kicking back money, but he's kind of like a little bit too hands-on. I don't know. But yeah.
And you can't it's just you can't claim like some authoritarian position or moral high ground or anything like that, because that's what you are. That's what you are. That you don't get to be anything else. These are the gypsies, a group of the gypsies terrorizing Texas. Stealing everything that ain't nailed down, running all kind of fake business scams on all the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty funny.
But then that's why I believe to some degree when they say, oh, the Tates were rapos, because that's what goes on in the streets. Like, in order to get those girls in line, usually they use that kind of like abuse,
yeah, of course.
Love bombing, kind of, so
yeah, absolutely. The same way with that shit we were watching on Second Run last night, where the chick did 100 guys in a day, but there was all kind of handlers around. It's the same thing. Like, would she be doing it without those handlers around?
No, that's why they break them in. They psychologically.
Yeah.
You know? Same thing when how they jump a girl in the gang. I don't know if a lot of dudes don't notice, but girls get quote unquote fucked in the gang, you know? So.
Absolutely. That's fucking Kamala Harris's daughter. What is going on? What is going on? Destruction of
Art school. Yeah, I never seen
destruction of civilization. And you can see it right in their own household with their own children. This is the product of fucking Kamala and her husband. Would you want anything like this leading? Like what? There's like Obama even. She's just smoking a cigarette. She's chilling. This dude's smoking crack. This fucker just chilling. Yeah, but these two horrific. Yeah. Can't do that.
Yeah, that's any liberal arts college.
Yeah, it is. Oh, this chick just caught. Shout out that this chick. She just caught, like, I think a substitute teacher. A high school teacher was caught on video allegedly attempting to recruit her class into a sex cult where they can be nude with quote unquote children lovers.
I'm gonna get a house and I'm gonna build, or whatever tribe members want to stick with me. I'm gonna build a little farm community and we can just live our lives however we want. If you want to be a nudist, be a nudist. But there will be background checks on you because we will have children here. And we will have people who are the children.
She got shit canned at least. But yeah, this is her, this fucking wacky ass bitch. She's so fucking
Not
look at all
surprised.
the colors and the shitty skin. She's drugged out of her mind.
Not surprised. That's where all those kind of hippie cultists into the yoga and rituals and all the fucking mushrooms. And...
Yeah, the cult sent out their craziest, stupidest crash out into the school system to go recruit.
Yeah, and they recruit. They recruit. They make it really look good. Like if you look at all this kind of like hippie cults, the girls will be pretty and do you want to hang out? And we just trip balls and we just hanging out. We're having a good time, and you'll notice it's a cult. It's a cult.
It's never that. Ever.
Nope.
That doesn't exist. That community doesn't exist.
What do they call it? Like a refuge or like a self-sustaining community, and everyone loves each. It always
they often call them colonies, like a nudist colony or whatever. That's what she's explaining.
Yeah, and when you go around these people, they'll love bomb you in the beginning, and all type of crazy shit. It's never like that though. It's always usually what it always is some guy and his girlfriend, and then it's like some guy and his girlfriend, and he acts like kind of half gay to like disarm all the girls.
Yeah.
But really, in the end, he's trying to fuck everybody. That's basically what the end goal of those cults are. He's trying to fuck all the girls.
Every time. I've never seen it not be that.
That's what it always is.
Yeah. So this lady, Roxanne Green, just burned down Wyoming's first abortion clinic just weeks before it was due to open. Her eyes say, "Do it, you must. I already won." She's just chilling. She seems content. Salute to her. Someone should fucking stack her commissary. Her name is Roxanne Green in Wyoming. America, fuck yeah. Oh, shit. All right, guys, I'm heading out. So,
all right, brother.
Salute, fellas. Have a good night. I saw BDA's on. I'm going to go over there, check him out.
But yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. Salute. God bless.